So the picture will be fucking you sitting there and me.
Wow, look at that.
And half of me.
Oh, it says upcoming. Barb's text.
Damn, filter scarce. Barb, why you fucking texting me shit? You know I'm going live.
We're live, yep. There it is.
Well, it is 10 of or.
Oh, we're always. It's
Yeah.
early. Probably because most of the time we fucking bounce out.
Well, we're gonna bounce out early tonight. I'm fucking tired and sore.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm telling you, the ground is so motherfucking hard.
I know all about it. I
That
just cut
field
my
right
grass.
there, getting up to the other end, just that little bit of incline that it is, all four fucking tires of the tractor is just sitting there bouncing, trying to pull that thing through the ground.
Evening. Mr. Harris is
I
in.
broke two of them big spring teeth already.
Adam Wagner. Hello. Michigan farmer, Butterbean. Hello.
Yes, as you can see, the quitting
Yeah.
smoking hasn't gone so great.
You were trying to quit?
Well, when I was sick a month and a half ago.
That'll do it for you. Yeah. Zip! You guys getting groceries or what? The Dick Steele.
The Dick Steele, how'd that hay go, buddy?
Hey!
He texted me the other day. It was either Monday or Tuesday, the 2 days hotter than Satan's balls.
Oh, my God.
He's out there, he goes, no, I remember why I hated this when I was working for you.
Fuck.
When he was younger.
Fuck that shit. No
I think
way.
he said he'd already, I don't know what you said, you'd already unloaded 270 bales or something.
Bang.
You had a shit ton more to go, and it was fucking hot that day.
This is what blew my mind. Like this morning it was 64.
Yeah.
That's a 30-degree swing.
Yes, yeah.
Now, any other time of the year, you know, the difference between 50 and 20 is a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
But between 94 and 64, it's still tolerable. Like, what? Welcome to Cato.
Today actually felt nice.
Oh, that was great today.
I mean,
started to get a little bit humid towards
yes,
the end.
this afternoon I was sweating, jumping up and down off the tanks, you know, filling them and changing hoses and all that. But fuck, this morning I actually turned the air conditioner down one notch in the tractor.
I turned it off.
So I was like,
I was like, hey,
it's a little chilly in here. It got to be after lunch. I turned it back up. I was like, okay.
I don't get to give RG&E my entire left arm for the month of fucking June.
Oh,
Adam Wagner sucked to do hay today. Hey, Tuesday. I'm still feeling burnt. Oh, y'all. Jack Wee is in y'all.
I'm so fucking tired and sore.
Michigan Farming says he's marked safe from frostbite.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I've been putting anhydrous on. Our fucking ground is just, it's like this cement floor underneath us from working it. A little too moist this spring. Corn doesn't look horrible though. You'll be seeing in the next few videos, but
The Dick
holy
Steele.
fuck.
The Dick Steele says the Baylor counter ticked about 590.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Is that how much is a bale of hay nowadays?
Worth or weight?
Worth money wise.
God, I have no idea.
Like a dot, wasn't it? It was like 80 cents or a dollar.
No, I used to sell 30 years ago. I used to get $2.50, $3 for horse hay. I don't know what they get now. I'm sure they get more.
What take was that, Dick Steele? How much is 590 bales of hay worth?
Back when Dick used to
Virginia. I don't know.
do hay with me, it wasn't worth quite as much, but
The Dick.
we used to do at least 10, 12 wagon loads a day, and I made sure I was in the mow. I was the guy at the end of the elevator, and I had the high school kids up behind me, and I always threatened them saying, if a bale comes back and hits me, we're gonna have a problem. You never seen kids scramble so fucking hard to make sure that a bale never came back down and hit me. But
You're working the rest of the day for free.
But as he can attest, the reason why I always had fucking kids here every time I had to do hay was because I paid them cash and I paid them every fucking day they were here, so that if we were doing hay on a Monday and I needed them back on Tuesday, they were coming back because they knew they were going to get paid.
Money.
Where others
Nowadays-
wouldn't pay, they'd wait till the end of the week to pay them.
Well, nowadays you kind of got to do that because
Yeah.
depending on the crew you get, if you pay them that
Yeah.
day, you won't see them because they go get their beer and their drugs, and then you
And
won't see them for 3-4 days.
My cows have been gone since 2011, so that's 14 years ago. And I was paying kids back then like $10 an hour cash to make sure I had kids here. But again, it was fucking worth it because my shit got done. It's kind of like now we don't know anybody, so like when we get down to the bottom of the bins, it's Barb and I that, usually Barb because of my allergies, especially the bean bin, I can't go in.
Andy can't find kids nowadays. Shit, no one can find
I
kids
used to
worth
pay
it.
whoever
I got one kid.
$20 to go in for basically it'd take about 40 minutes to load a load of corn or beans when we got down to the sweet farm, and it was worth the $20 for 40 minutes to have somebody in there doing the sweeping and
40, now you
shoveling and
now you better
whatnot.
fork out a hundo.
Now we got to do it. That's why I pay the ex-friend who's a boy, Skylar, pretty good money
That's
to.
that's a mouthful.
Yeah,
Still.
pretty good money to come and help wash equipment in the fall. I usually don't have them come in the spring, as you've noticed. I've been doing the cleaning, but in the fall,
Dirty Eric. What in the name of great Satan is this? A live stream? Yeah, somebody
yeah,
tried to park the
yeah,
tractor for 2
yeah.
hours.
I could still be in it, but I got so fucking sore and tired that I was like, no, I'm gonna actually eat food sitting still for once. So Barb made homemade chicken wing pizza.
What?
I actually was
I didn't
sitting.
get a phone call. It came down early.
I was actually sitting still while I was eating it rather than doing this.
I got leftovers from 2 nights ago.
Well, I'll have leftovers for the next few days
Well,
because
yeah,
of the pizza,
fucking
but
chicken
that's
wing
good.
pizza. Fuck yeah, I'd have that too.
So is Chuck in yet?
Where's Chuck?
Tyler Chuck, you in yet?
The Grizzly Ridge Runner says it's been hotter than the goat's ass in the pepper patch. Just got some rain. Now it's down to 80.
Well, speaking of rain, you know, because I'm one of them whiny ass farmers. We went from
You
being
should have seen the text messages I was getting this spring.
we went from being fucking swamped in May, as everybody knows,
Yeah.
to I think the 10th of an inch that we got yesterday. Woohoo! Yeah, an hour later I was out doing anhydrous, hoping it'd soften the ground up. It didn't. I think we're up to 1.5 inches for the first 27 days of June. And
June is pretty much over.
it don't look like the next 3 days. There's a slight chance tomorrow.
I thought we were supposed to get.
There was a slight chance like 2 hours ago
Yeah.
that
Well,
amounted in 5 sprinkles.
I'm outside till probably snow, so I'm paying attention to this shit all. That's why
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I might need to get. Well, you ain't working for me because I'm fucking sitting at home too because it's fucking pouring.
We go from one extreme to the other.
It's great.
And Sunday we're back to like, what is it, mid 80s? Monday we're
yeah.
back to 90s again. And Sunday,
Oh, no.
yes, Monday's supposed to be in the 90s again. And Sunday I'm taking the fucking day off because I got a golf tournament.
I'm going racing.
And when I get home from the golf tournament, because the golf tournament's at 8:30 in the morning, I'm gonna convince myself not to get into a fucking tractor. Just go sit on the couch and watch baseball and fucking golf. Because the last time I did that, I got home and I was like, well.
Cliff said
And I went out to the fucking field for 5 hours after that.
Zip says it rained in Allbarn.
Yeah, you could see it was. It's another one of them. That's what scares me. Gets right to us and goes like this. Goes south of us and goes up north towards Oswego way.
Damn.
We've seen this movie before when we've had wet
Where the hell?
fucking springs and then it turns off dry.
Bainbridge, New York. We got a fella from Bainbridge. New York.
Bainbridge, I've heard of it. I'm not
Austin-
exactly
Austin
sure where it is.
Baldwin.
That's all right. Today's vid or yesterday's video. When the fuck did Barb put the video out? Yesterday, I guess she put one out. Tasmanian, Australia. I had some dude from Tasmanian, Australia.
Get that on the board.
Yeah. I was
This guy
like,
Ty Weeks
cool.
is watching us at a Ringo Starr concert right now
oh yeah.
in Omaha. Omaha.
Does that mean we're more exciting than Ringo Starr?
I mean, how old is he? He's got to be.
I'm gonna say, fuck, he's gotta be, yeah, gotta be pushing 80.
Adam Wagner says they had a thunder boomer about an hour ago.
Yeah, we don't.
7 inches of rain. Where
This-
the hell are you at, Dennis?
Must be Nebraska.
Spheres?
Are you the
Spies?
same one that commented in the
Dennis-
video?
Dennis Spies, I think. Spiehs.
Somebody commented in yesterday's video that I think they said they were from Nebraska. I can't remember everybody's names. But it said they got 7 inches of rain. But don't worry, the USDA will say fucking perfect crop conditions.
Sure.
The USDA, which I already said this in my last video, but I'm gonna say it again, has New York State's corn crop rating at 87% good to excellent. Yeah, I'd like one of them motherfuckers to be sitting in that 7230 with me for the last 3 days that I've been putting anhydrous on and tell me where the 80, Now the piece behind my house, the couple pieces up the road, the very first ones I put in May 15th, I'd rate them at 75 to 80. They're starting to look, I think the roots are starting to tickle the anhydrous now.
Chuck's in the house.
They're looking better. Chuck's in the house.
Chuck!
Fuck Barack Hussein.
Fuck that cocksucker.
And his boy wife, Michael.
J-Dub, who's, I don't know if we've had J-Dub before, but Escape from New York City was not on my bingo card for 2025. What a bunch of idiots down there.
I'll tell you
That's
what.
what we're headed to as far as government, too.
So, if any of you are on Instagram and not following me, you got to.
Or refollow because, you know.
Or yeah, because
Instagram likes to do the same
yeah,
thing.
I'm still at like 4,900 and something after being over 6,000 because they like to disappear the people that follow and whatnot. It's like some of the people on here who will say, "Oh, good to see you put a video up again. Haven't seen you in a while," and they got the bell icon. It's like, well, we've been putting one up every 4 days. But anyways.
Ringo's 84.
Is he? Holy fuck. I've been putting a lot of shit up about this whole Muslim thing. Telling people, wake the fuck up and wake up quick because look it over the pond.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, because they want to control the fucking world
No, do you want to know
and
why
do away
this
with
guy
the
down in
Western
New York
world.
City got the nod from all these fucking kids?
Yeah, because he's lying, for one.
Well, that, and he was the only one on the whole fucking panel that said, no, I'm not going to Israel. I'm going to stay here in New York.
Yeah, well, he was also lying about...
But he is a fucking commie.
How do you not know this if you do your homework? He's talking about doing all this pride stuff and
letting all the jails loose.
yeah, and all this with the pride flags and the trans shit. Do you not fucking realize they stone people for that fucking shit? You know, it's... Yeah. So he's lying to your motherfucking faces.
Liar. I don't know, who's the Republican challenger?
I don't even know who the person's name is. And
I
for
mean,
those who
I hate to pull for Adam West there, but,
yeah.
I mean... Because it is going to affect us, even though I don't give a fuck about that city, but
it'll affect us to a certain extent, because I was just going to say, for those that keep saying, you know, oh, you're going to get a Muslim mayor. No, we're not New York City. That's that little fucking twitch down there at the bottom that unfortunately is surrounded by Staten Island, where Chelsea is right now with her boyfriends, which is pretty conservative, and Long Island area, Suffolk County and all that, which is pretty conservative.
That's because they got money.
And then in between them is that little fucking twat hole down there that apparently they don't want to fucking wake up. I don't get it. Because, like I was saying before, look over the pond. I mean, what is it? There's 66 million people, and 4 or 6 million of them now are Muslims. And the mayor, I can't list it all off, look it up yourself, but the mayor of London, the mayor of Berkshire or something. I mean,
you know, we have 32 out of
all these big name cities are now got Muslim mayors.
We got 400 with House and the Senate. We got what, 400 and something representatives, right?
435.
Marjorie Taylor was just on Tucker.
That's just the Senate, I think.
Marjorie was on Tucker. Just listened to it as I was cutting the grass this evening. 32 out of those people are foreign born.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you supposedly have America's interests in fucking mind?
And here's what I don't get, though. It's like when Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California. And people were like, oh, Arnold should run for president. Oh, he can't because he's not naturally born here. So you can run for all these other fucking things. You can be governor, you could be a mayor, you could be a senator, you could be a congressperson.
Fucking broad out of Minnesota's been doing.
Yeah, but you can't be president.
Elmar.
Well, how about we make it so you can't be any of those things if you weren't fucking naturally born here?
That's disgusting.
I don't fucking get. And what is this deal with this parliamentarian fucking broad? Have you seen this? I don't know, because I've been in the tractor so much lately that I just get
on Instagram for
blips
15
and
minutes
shit.
and I get pissed. I send you a couple videos and I go to bed.
You in yet, Carl? Explain it to us.
I haven't seen Carl.
Because, holy fuck, it's like...
Oh, J-Dub's all over it. No guns, no police, free bus, free subway, tax the businessman, government-owned stores. Like straight communists.
And I did see this, and rent control. How many people that own apartment buildings and stuff like that, do you think are going to stick around in New York City if they're going to be told by the mayor what they can charge for rent? I mean, I get it. You want control as far as something that's worth, because New York City is expensive to live in, but let's say it's worth $3,000 a month. They shouldn't be charging $5,000, but now he's going to tell them they should charge $1,500 and tax the fuck out of them too, so that they make zero profit.
Speaking of foreign-born representatives, guess where Ted Cruz is from? And it ain't fucking Texas. It's the farthest from Texas.
Well, I thought he was from like.
Fucking Canada.
Oh, he's from Canada?
He's a fucking Canuck.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
No wonder he's a fucking retard.
Well, that don't make sense because he's tried to run for president. And he can't if he's from Canada.
Marjorie and Tucker, unless Marjorie and Tucker are lying, he's from Canada.
Well, I haven't been real impressed with Tucker lately myself because he's, like I said, these fucking bloggers, they need the views. That's how they make their money.
Well, that's all of them.
I mean, I'm not.
Same with that fucking.
I don't hate Sean Ryan, but like I said, that deal like you and I were talking about, he never came back out and corrected himself. You know, the guy who
blew himself.
The Army Ranger who blew himself up in the Tesla truck in Vegas there in front of the hotel or whatever. You know, Sean Ryan was all over that with that guy that had the goods and had the email and all that. And then, oops, that turned out to be bullshit. He says, well, he'll come out and correct himself. He never did.
I think he said something.
I mean, look at Tucker now. Tucker was up Trump's ass.
He still is.
A year or two ago. Well, now he's trashing Trump every minute. I mean, that's what I mean.
He just had Marjorie on that was literally sucking his. Like she loves the guy.
Yeah, they get paid for all of this. You know, he ain't getting a big check from Fox anymore or any of that stuff. So they got to make their money.
Fox is just as bad as.
Well, yeah, Fox is.
They're all bottom.
I watch Newsmax now. That's the only one I'll watch. I will watch Gutfeld at 10 o'clock.
He does kind of make me laugh.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Whoever his writer is on point. Now he's allowed to say some of that shit on Fox.
That show has got to be like a 20-second delay because they bleep out the Fox.
Yeah.
There's no way that person is that fast on the button to know what Tyrus is going to say or whatever.
Yeah. That dude's pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
He changed his mind on Trump after he met the guy.
And Emily Compagno is not hard to look at when she's on that show. But
they're all chasing the mighty dollar. Oh,
yeah. Which, hey, it's capitalism, whatever.
Who's that little Shapiro? Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Mr. fucking, Israel first or whatever.
This
he made
is
some fucking comment not too long ago. Well, I don't care who killed JFK. That's in the past. But meanwhile, every other post on his Twitter feed is about the fucking Holocaust. Well, I don't care about the Holocaust then, I guess, because it's in the past. If you go by that same sentiment.
JFK was our last
real president.
True
Democrat.
Conservative, moderate Democrat president. Bill Clinton was close, but he wasn't remotely close, but he was as moderate as you could be.
Looking back though, because that was when I joined the Army, was the Clinton years. That really wasn't a bad time.
No, it wasn't.
We weren't in some fucking bullshit wars.
I had some asshole. Of course,
was okay.
Did you see my Instagram post from a day or two ago about the four guys? There's four guys, or four people. I don't know if they're all guys. And I don't remember.
How dare you, gender?
I don't remember what libtard city this was, but they were caught on like the light pole cameras, like at the intersections and shit, burning the alphabet soup flag. We'll just leave it at that, because two of them were caught, two of them are still at large.
They're on the run.
And they're tracking them down because that's gonna be a hate crime. So I put up an Instagram post and went off on the fact that those same people in the fucking alphabet soup group
burn
the American flag, and that's okay. I get the whole First Amendment thing, but why is that not a fucking a hate crime?
That the First Amendment
and all that? So I had one asshole who apparently I really pissed off. Obviously, came from Facebook probably, but he direct messaged me, and it tells you right there that this person doesn't follow you and you don't follow them. And he's going off about how Trump is the second worst president since Reagan.
What?
Reagan destroyed the middle class. And
what?
Reagan was,
wow,
all this communist bullshit and all that. I'm thinking,
wow.
Tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev. I mean.
What a fucking retard.
the fucking TDS and whatnot in this country is just.
It'd be rampant for decades.
Somebody in my last video yesterday or whatever said GFDS because you gotta go through the grumpy farmer derangement syndrome. You gotta go through the comments.
All grumpy.
Some of them are fucking. Some of them are hostile. Of course, Carl jumps in and takes care of most of them. I had to delete. Now, don't say the word or words. I had to delete one of the comments, and it pisses me off because he got us not booted off of here, but a live stream deleted from here because he said male organ lollipop. Figure that out. You know what I'm talking about. But yet, ScrewTube let one of the comments come through, and I had pinned this guy's comment, and people were going back and forth with him, and he told one of the, whoever you were that went back and forth with him, to lick his tasty you-know-what, among other things. So I booted the fucker from the channel because, you kind of crossed the line there. I don't mind. I'm for free speech. I don't mind the banter and all that stuff.
Well, that's a little.
But ScrewTube let that through.
When did that happen? I didn't know.
Yesterday's video that came out.
No. When did you get?
The other one. Remember, that was like last fall. Remember, I told you about it.
I thought it was because I thought it was because.
It got taken off for sexual content. Remember? And it showed the minute.
About the Bobby with the stuff I repeated.
Yeah, and it said the minute marker, and we went and looked, and that was the two words you said.
God. It's a rooster.
So yeah. So anyways, literally right after I shit canned this guy for what ScrewTube let go through, I went to reply to a person and I said, "You're an absolute idiot." And what pops up from ScrewTube? The old, you're going against community guidelines because you called somebody an idiot.
But they can say what they say.
But they can say, lollipop my tasty you-know-what, and that's okay. The fucking bullshit of letting anyone on the side of the agenda, ScrewTube, all the fucking media, whether it's social media, the libtard mainstream, that's okay. Just like it's okay to burn the fucking American flag if you're a libtard fucking piece of shit, member of some alphabet soup group. But if you're on the conservative side of things, fuck no. No.
Tom Wagner says that Boise Mayor has had the alphabet soup flag flying for a while. Recently had some level-headed folks take the flag right off the flagpole.
Well, your Boise mayor's a fucking complete asswipe then.
Well, no, obviously that's a state building, because Trump had just said that the only thing allowed on federal buildings is the American flag and the POW flag.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing
else. I heard this in the radio like an hour and a half or so ago when I was in the field across from the shop. Have you heard the big news in New York State? Micron that was going to save New York State.
Bye-bye.
2045. That's the estimate now.
What?
Yep. It's going to take another 20 years to get old Micron built and all the people hired that are needed to hire to do it. But yeah, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, roughly, whatever, when I was still on the legislature here in this county, we were putting together committees to figure out housing for all these people that were going to come here to work and how we could entice the satellite businesses from Micron. And I'm not sure where they already are, Utah, somewhere's out there. But they're going to build another one out there, too. They've told New York they're going to do that one first. Yeah, but we had to fork over $6 billion of taxpayer money, Chucky Schumer, you fucktard. Can we have our $6 billion back, Chucky? Huh?
It was his property.
Yeah, his property, my ass.
Through a bunch of fucking shell companies.
Yeah. And then nobody in New York seems to have the balls to tell him, you know what? Either fork the fucking money back over or get fucking building now. You already got one in Utah or wherever it is. You don't need a fucking second one there yet till you get your first one here built. Seems it's going to be our savior in New York. But it all happened, happenstance that it was right before the fucking governor election that old fucking cunt Hochul won by 300,000 votes over Lee Zeldin.
Horse mouth. If he just kept his mouth shut about abortion, he might have had it. And I'm in totally agreement.
I agree, but I also think Micron
like Cliff
put her over.
Cliff just said, Zip says, the new saying is that if you're born today, you'll have your driver's license before Micron's fucking bill.
Yeah. Actually,
But
I think
hey,
I
we
heard that
fucked
on the
over all
radio
that
too.
Isn't that typical Democrat fucking economics?
Yep.
Give away billions of dollars and then we'll just kick the can down the road. I'll be long retired by the time this.
Tell you what,
reverberates.
I don't know for a fact, but if we've already given up that $6 billion in taxpayer dollars, fuck you.
Like we need to fucking.
If you ain't gonna
Like
start
this
digging a
thing's got-
fucking hole
that kind
to
of-
build right now, fuck you.
Put a shovel in the ground.
Give us back the $6 billion and then we'll fucking give it to you when you decide to start doing something. But it got her elected.
Luckily now her fucking approval rating is in the toilet, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you
who the
gotta
fuck's
remember,
gonna
New
buy
York
her.
City is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
elect a fucking Muslim mayor. And they are who elects our fucking governor, unfortunately. Because out of the 18, 19, whatever million people that's left in this state, used to be 20 or better, about 50% of them live in New York City. And then you throw in the libtard, cities like Syracuse, Ithaca, Albany.
shocker. Parts of Buffalo. And
Yep, Rochester. That puts them over.
Well, just look at any state that has a major metropolis. They're all
Yeah,
liberals.
yeah.
The city corrupts the brain.
Illinois is the twin to New York. I don't know if you've got as many people, but you're the twin to New York. You're a rural state with, if you look at an electoral
Vegas.
map, 90% of it's red. But you got Chicago,
Yeah,
just like we
get
got
fucked.
New York City.
And them idiots still vote Democrat.
And when you throw in a couple other 3 or 4 counties along the way that got, like we were just saying, Syracuse, Rochester.
All the people, all the. Actually, MTG was talking about that. They discussed this guy quite a bit, and she's a senator or a House rep. About
she's
this
a house.
guy, and even Tucker was saying that all the people that had, the people that built New York City back in the 50s and 60s, those people, one, don't exist, and two, if they do, they're gone.
Oh, you mean the slaves? That's what the
Oh,
black
is
people
that-
say.
oh,
The
the
slaves
slaves,
built
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Oh,
Fucking shut the fuck up.
did I send you the one with
Don't
that?
get me started on that, because we will your
did-
channel will get fucked.
Did I send you that one of the black dude on Instagram? I can't remember. I sent it to some people because somebody sent it to me. I was
I might have
gonna,
been the one that sent it to
I
you.
was gonna put it on my story, but I figured that would get
That
me
was me.
thrown off.
That was me.
it?
I sent that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That fucking dude
Same
was
with that
like,
little white kid.
just shut up,
That little
because you
white
don't
kid.
build fucking nothing.
Nothing. That little white kid. What are you tired of? What are you tired of? DEI? Are you tired of that? Because we're tired.
Yeah.
I can't say the whole thing.
Oh, did you see Mr. Fire Alarm guy there? That I don't think he's in the House of Representatives anymore. I think he got voted
Oh,
out.
that guy. Yeah,
Old Jamal Bowman or whatever his name is.
Convicted of something?
No, he was on one of the libtard like CNN, MSNBC, whatever.
Now he's a.
Did you know why a lot of black people are fat and have diabetes? It's because of all the people that use the N-word against them. The fucking dude, literally.
You mean their own people?
I replied in the comments and I said, well, then stop calling each other that. Because you do all the time. And in all your rap songs and all that. But the fucking dude literally is sitting there. It's that show with that Scott Jennings. Because he's the conservative guy and he always pounds these people.
MSM, what is it Trump calls it?
DNC or whatever.
DNC, yeah.
But the dude he literally said it out loud that the reason why a lot of black people are fat and have diabetes is
He must
because
get his intelligence from Whoopi.
of all of the N-word being spoke about them.
Because Whoopi's
Whoopi's fucking gone. But I'm just like, wow. I mean,
racism, yeah. Betty.
I'm glad you got fucking voted out, dude. I'm glad the people in your district realize what a fucking moron you are.
Jamal Bowman.
Yes. I knew it was Jamal something.
Betty Swain's on the case. Ceasefire or ceasefire. Who is it? Tucker and them, it was this pundit fuck from Fox. He's got a shit show though, doesn't get any ratings.
Oh.
Somebody had tweeted him a photo of a dead kid, foreigner kid. I don't know if it was Iranian or if it was
No,
a
it's probably
Gaza or
bullshit
whatever.
like most of them.
And he said, something about great or yay or like was excited about it.
Yeah.
And he said that ceasefire was he hated that word ceasefire. How could you hate the word cease? Do you want more dead people?
Well, black people are fat and have diabetes because of the N-word. So I mean, what do you? I mean,
you know, oh, I hate the word ceasefire.
I'm just done trying to figure it all out on the leftist brain anymore.
This is a guy that works for Fox.
I mean, Ronnie Riel in the last, not yesterday's video, but the video before, I think it was, or maybe it was yesterday's video. I don't remember. I think it was 2 videos ago. Said us right wingers have psychosis because we think the last 4 years were horrible when they really weren't. Okay.
Show me on paper and numbers where they weren't.
Letting tens of millions of fucking people stream across our border and
including terrorists.
Yeah.
That are from Iran.
So when something does pop off in this country, don't blame Trump. Blame the last administration for letting them all in here unvetted.
And then what will happen?
Because that's what they're doing, bringing them in. They're either bringing them in as terrorists to do that shit, or bringing them in to get elected as your fucking mayor.
Yep.
To eventually do that shit, control us. Because they've been saying for years that they will never lift a weapon to conquer the Western world.
Who said that?
The fucking Muslims.
The shit in hell.
Because they're going to invade our country and do what they're doing right now.
Yeah, that's China.
Just like they are across the
I
pond.
mean, that's China's plan too. They're both at the same plan. It's like they read from the same playbook, but they have different religions. They all want to take over the world, and they play the long game. They're playing like deep fucking chess.
But the thing is, they know how brainwashed and stupid America has become.
Well, it was like that guy back in that Russian spy back in the 60s. And then that preacher guy from back in the 60s.
I should have brought multiple beers tonight. I only brought 2.
Oh, you're fucked up.
And I had vodka before I came over with supper.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Oh, yeah. They got that,
I'm
bumpy ass syndrome.
I'm hoping to get up in the morning and see that it's raining.
I rode one of them tractors one fucking time, and that was good enough for me. That jump seat was a piece of shit.
It's like the 4 guys that were burning the alphabet soup thing that they're gonna, give them a hate crime and all this. What cracks me up is you got all these alphabet soup group people that are out there, free Palestine. Go over there and do that and see what happens.
Yeah, go over there and hold hands.
Now the new one is they're chanting for Iran. You're chanting for the supreme leader who's death to America? I mean, and it's all because you fucking hate the country that gives you the right to be that dumb fuck, and you hate the man who's leading this country right now.
Again, makes us, I guess, the greatest country on the face of the planet. That you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, but it makes you the stupidest motherfucker in the face of this country or the world, because go to their countries and support them then if you think that's so great.
Well, go to any other country and protest them and burn their flag in the street. You're the fuck out of there.
Well,
if you're lucky, you're just gonna be deported.
Wasn't there killed. Not too long ago, correct me if I'm wrong or put it in the comments, like 4 college kids that decided to go hiking or whatever and went into, maybe it was Iran or someplace like that, because they were, supportive of them. And I think they never came back.
Yeah, good job, dummies.
I don't think they ever came back.
Just like Rosie O'Donnell, she left and they're still complaining about Trump. Well, the TDS knows no
that
bounds.
goes with them.
That's worldwide, Betty.
Actually, the only one who hasn't really said anything is Ellen DeGeneres there.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
There's a certain fucking court going on right now.
Yeah.
Got her fucking name all over it.
She might be on the Diddy list.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck.
Another disgusting human being right there.
I don't know. I don't get the mentality of some of the people. I had one, me, it's me, is his YouTube name, me, and then it just shows his, fat face picture and whatnot. Some of the comments that he leaves. Yeah, I've had a few of you say, well, I never used to go through the comments, but I guess I'm going to have to start to. Oh, you need to. Trust me.
Dan Fixon, did you hear about all the Palestine protesters that gathered in Egypt that got detained and had their passports confiscated? Rubio's doing the same
Good.
thing and gets chastised by
Yeah.
the fucking left.
Yeah.
If you're here on a student visa and you're protesting,
Bye-bye.
you're not going to fucking school,
Bye-bye.
go fuck out of here. But oh no, not allowed to do that. We're the only bad guys on the face
You know
of
what? You want to come to our country because it's supposedly greater than where you are, so you need to get a better life, better yourself by coming here, then that's a privilege, isn't it? Shouldn't that be a privilege to come,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
want to come somewhere to better yourself? So come here and learn our fucking language, respect our fucking flag, respect our ways, and if you don't, then get the fuck out.
You have to do that everywhere else.
Yeah.
When I went to Saudi Arabia, my last fucking deployment, right? I have tattoos on my arms. It's 120 degrees out. Guess what I had to wear when I went downtown? Fucking long sleeves.
Yep.
And I couldn't wear fucking shorts because I got tattoos on my fucking legs. I had to fucking abide by their religion and their rules. Don't look at the ninjas, they say.
And stop and think about it. In this country, we don't just have one religion. We allow multiple religions.
You can be a fucking Jedi.
But you should
you can be
respect this
practicing
fucking
Jedi.
country, respect our flag, and respect our ways.
Yeah. But no.
Don't bring your fucking shit here when you're leaving your fucking shit because it's
Yeah.
supposedly so bad and we're so much better.
But you're waving your flag here.
Yeah, but you're waving your fucking flag here. No, boot up your fucking ass, you're gone. Which is why we've got the right president for that. And all you motherfuckers that want to support these people that are coming here doing this shit, then you can go back to their fucking countries with them.
What I was told, Dirty Eric, was that was the culture. That's why I had to do it. Obviously, the army has to play, devil's advocate or whatever and play nice.
Oh, did you see that too, speaking of the Army?
No, whatever.
Jennifer Griffin there, the news person at Hegseth's press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you give credit to the woman pilot?
Oh,
apparently
for fuck's sake.
Apparently there was a woman pilot, and he said our boys did a great job. Oh, he fucking lit her up, and I thought it was great. It's just like there's a group of people standing here. Let's imagine there's 20 people standing here. 15 of them are guys, 5 of them are girls.
Hey, guys.
And we say, hey guys, let's go.
Right.
Are we being fucking,
Hey, 14
male?
guys and 1 woman.
Yeah, are we being male chauvinist pigs? Because we didn't say, hey, 15 guys and 5 girls, let's go. So he fucking lit her up with, that's just a saying that our boys did good. And it just, but they gotta pick. They gotta fucking pick. They gotta keep the DEI bullshit going. We gotta keep the race and gender bullshit going in this fucking country.
Andy's pronoun is one more thing.
Yeah.
Here's your one more thing. Go fuck it.
My fucking pronoun is fuck you, pretty much.
Carol Sanders, I am agreement with that, or they were a good part of it.
Wait a minute.
Just explained the five Israelis that were clapping and cheering and fucking videotaping it at the same time.
Where'd Carol Sanders say this? Because Carol Sanders is nothing but a fucking libtard.
Oh, is she?
No, that's a he. I call him Karen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Karen Sanders?
Karen Carroll, you never have anything fucking good to say, so why don't you fucking enlighten us about how great the last 4 years was? Seems you're in here.
He was a Biden supporter?
Oh, he's always giving some bullshit. He was the one that he corrected me on my last video. He's the one that gave the bullshit about the vaccinations of the chickens. The meat chickens got vaccinated, but the laying hens didn't because people might be allergic and blah, 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 blah. I put in the video how,
Don't eat
bird flu must be American made because it never affected Canada or Mexico, but they had the right vaccines and all this. So now fuck you, Karen Carroll.
Don't eat store meat. How's that? I buy my meat from a fucking...
Matter of fact, Blue Wrenches, feel free. I could give a fuck if that idiot's in here or not, so...
Michigan farming. My pronouns are fuck off way over there.
Yeah.
Past the deer stand.
Yeah, Karen Carroll, fuck off past the deer stand.
Must be Canadian.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Just like Ronnie Riel and some of the other ones. Always got the answers.
So is
Carl, where the fuck are you for these people?
Carl's not in here yet.
Carl sets them all straight.
Jack Wee and Betty Swain has been picking up Carl's slack as far as fact checking us. He said pilots first. To me, guys or boys is everyone, and that's Betty Swain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
I mean,
it's
you
fucking
can't- I mean,
ridiculous.
those things aren't. I mean, it's not like they got fucking blue teeth.
You know how many times Barb, Chelsea, and I are going somewhere?
Hey guys, let's go.
And yeah, and I'm at the fucking door going, come on, guys, let's go. Oh,
Get your fucking asses in
I'm
gear,
being
let's
so
go.
fucking disrespectful to my wife and daughter because oh my goodness. I mean, stop with the fucking nitpicking bullshit with the DEI is gone for at least the
Bye-bye.
next fucking 4 years, okay?
Yes.
And God help us, let's hope for the next fucking 12 years because this country's smart enough to put JD in and then re-elect him again after that. Because we don't need that fucking bullshit.
As long as he has the same
I think he will.
attitude towards, like, you know where I'm at.
Watching him go after Zelensky that day, I think he's going to be.
A certain, well, that.
I think he's being a good Trump
another
protege.
certain
Let's put it
country in
that
the
way.
Middle East that starts with I. I don't want to
Yeah.
get your channel in trouble because, trust me, they're embedded everywhere.
Well, Trump put that in place pretty good.
$350 billion a year, and we don't get a receipt. All we get is
Well-
you have to buy our weapons. So the only reason they exist militarily is because we give them
Well-
money. That's it.
Again, don't always believe everything. Remember the whole thing the other
No, that
day?
was the internet. That was fact check.
Okay.
I literally did that before I came over here.
Because it's like the USAID, the people that fucking,
Oh, that's how they were getting some of their money
too. Trump's going to starve people across the world now and all this.
Shut off? Has any of his executive orders been voted into fucking law?
Well, they don't have to be voted
not
into
law,
law,
but, like,
the
actually-
problem is you got all these libtard fucking judges trying to stop him from doing
Well,
everything.
judges and these goddamn Republicans.
I want to go back to
still.
this parliamentary woman or whatever. I still don't. See, you're on a roll, Betty. Look that up. I ain't had time. There's some fucking broad in the House or Senate or something who was put in by the Democrats. She's not even elected official. She's just like a worker there or something. And her title is parliamentarian or something.
What the fuck?
And she's holding up all these fucking bills because somehow she has this power or something. I don't
What?
know.
That's the first
It's
time.
something new to me, and I ain't had time to look it all up.
That's fucking bullshit.
I ain't had any time to look anything up for this, so.
No, I Googled. Well, it wasn't Google. I chat GPT'd it because that's the entire internet.
So I'm just going by the seat of my pants tonight.
Google is slightly biased. Obviously, you're
Google's very biased.
At least chat GPT, when you ask it a question, especially like what I was asking, you can see all the different forms it pulls the information from.
But it's
the
like-
entire internet.
But it's like the bullshit that we've been hearing for the last year or two about, because this is what I sent him, about how we're paying the Taliban or whatever.
I did read that whole thing, by the way.
No, we're not.
But it does make sense that they're fucking
Yes.
stealing it.
Here's our problem with part of the USAID.
Bleeding heart bullshit.
Yes, we go burn something down, in other words, the Middle East, wars,
So,
and then we send them money to rebuild, but the fucking Taliban and ISIS and all them steals the fucking money. I mean,
So J-Dub, I'm assuming he's talking about this broad you're talking about, was appointed by a Senate Majority Leader.
yeah, but not this time. She was appointed before or something by Chuck Schumer, was my understanding. Because I don't know how she could be appointed by the Republicans have the Senate.
Well, the Supreme Court gave Trump the green light 6-3 when it came to those judges. So
Yeah, on some things. I don't think on all, but on some things, the Supreme Court
all
is
I know
starting to
is
come
that,
around.
like, especially with this shit going on in the Middle East, my two kids are 25 and 22, and I'm not saying all their age is thinking that way. I don't know where Chelsea's at with her shit, but I have boys. And all they're thinking about is like, great, here we go again, getting in the middle of some bullshit. And I'm not all keen on that either because
Ooh.
now Now we can step back to 10,000 foot. Must have been that vodka.
Chicken wing
What are you
pizza
checking?
burping up's not good.
Got a little fire in back.
Yeah, that was a little, ooh.
You know, now that we know that there was no good reason for us to be in either one of those fucking places, I don't want any boots on the ground in fucking Iran at all. Bomb the fuck out of them. I don't care.
Well, that's the kind of President Trump is. I'm not sure there was any reason to be in Vietnam.
There was.
I mean, our world
The
wars.
Bay of Pigs was fucking bullshit.
Our world wars were pretty much, you know, when I had somebody on Instagram
Easy
that
now.
argued with me there that,
WTF.
you know, oh, there was no reason to be in World War I or World War II. Oh, yeah? Well, I like our American flag. Do you? I mean, I'm just saying. Our flag would look a lot different if we weren't.
We were convinced to join World War II. How's that? Obviously by Pearl Harbor, but
Yeah, but
I thought it was
think that was pretty good
awfully
reason.
convenient that the 3/4 of the fleet was out on a weekend.
Yeah, but I still think that was a pretty good reason. But I still like our flag compared to the one that we would be flying now
Yeah.
if we weren't.
Well, again, going back to the, because I literally just listened to it, the amount of representatives that we have that have a certain
Oh, see, that was the other
certain
bullshit
flag
thing too,
hanging-
remember?
A certain flag hanging next to their office
Yeah.
door.
But they're
They
not.
may or may not be, you know, funded by APAC.
Yeah, that was the other thing too that we were sending each other the other day. Because there's just so much bullshit lies going around that get people to believe it. That, I mean, what was
right,
it?
and I know. I mean, I can see how.
What
the
was it?
left is-
Half of them in the fucking Senate or whatever they were trying to say were
dual
dual
citizenship.
citizenship
Yeah,
of
you-
Israel and whatnot.
You sent me.
You
that
got to
thing.
go to the right.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the name of that one that I sent you now?
I don't-
Verified
I'm telling you. I mean,
something.
AI is.
They do the good
motherfucker.
thing.
I mean, just get it's free. Chat GPT.
Yeah, so is that
That
Verify.
fucker
Verify.com. I can't
It's-
remember what it is.
Yeah, it's the entire fucking internet, which is great.
Because they will, and that's the problem. There's so many people that are, well, I'm just gonna say it, fucking too lazy to do their own research, so they believe shit. That's,
Always.
you know, if you believe that it's right-wing psychosis because the last 4 years was
great.
beautiful,
Yeah.
then, I mean, you
I'm not happy.
don't even have a
mean-
brain to wash anymore, in my
What are we
opinion.
doing? January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
It's
So
been
we're-
5 months, the 20th,
Might as well call it 6.
because it was January 20th
Oh, okay, so
when
5.
when he was
I'm a
inaugurated.
very impatient.
So it's been
person.
5 months.
I mean, our gas just went back up.
But now it's slowly, do you like that? I was gonna mention that tonight. So when the whole Middle East thing, you know, started brewing up
But
again,
meanwhile, my stocks have gone through the roof.
yes, all of a sudden gas went up like 40 cents again.
Yeah.
Now oil has dropped like a rock. And I noticed the gas station in Ballsville when I went to the chiropractor that went up 40 cents in a week. Now all of a sudden is down 8 cents. Probably in another week, it'll go down another 8 cents. You know, they'll go up like a motherfucker, even though there was no stoppage of any oil flow,
Yep.
no stoppage of production, but because the two eyes, Israel and Iran, were spatting, they had to jack the price of a barrel of oil. Now that price is right back down, it's gonna slowly come back down. Amazing how it can't go down as fast as it goes up.
Fucking $1.74, which is what it was in November of fucking 2020.
No, but it was
And I'll be
260
damned-
here
I'll be
a
damned
month
if
ago.
if my Facebook memory still hasn't posted that yet.
But
Weird.
we should actually, in this country, like it or not, feel pretty fucking happy when our gas gets a 2 in front of it. Because when you see what gas is in different places, or
Well, fuck, go to California. It's
fuck,
5
go north of us. Holy fuck, you Canadians will send me shit going, it's $1.85 a liter. And there's, I don't know how many liters in a gallon or whatever. Holy fuck, it's
Do
ridiculous.
the math on that.
Yeah.
Fauci.
I'm thinking, you people are getting, way to vote Carney in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, isn't
Trudeau 2.0.
Isn't he just? But he's not voted in. Well, he is, but he isn't.
Well,
He's
he
still
is.
supposed to have an election. Or
Yeah, I
some
think
shit
it's-
or whatever.
Yeah, wasn't it supposed to be? I thought it was June, but maybe it's July or something. I don't remember.
Stock market kicked butt today.
Yeah, it did. S&P's at a record.
My oldest son, I call him the Wolf of Wall Street. I was sending him I've made over $1,200 in just the last I've only been on the stock market for, I don't know, 6-8 months.
See, I don't look. At the end of the year.
Oh my God in heaven.
At
He's
the end of the
fucking
year.
every day. If it's down and tanking, he's blowing up my phone.
At the end of the year, I call my broker, and he tells me.
How'd we do?
He goes, you're up, like, not last year, but the year before. You're up 20% or 15% or whatever. I said, well, give me that in dollar figures, will you? I don't have to do the math.
William Wagner, have you seen DeSantis Alligator Alcatraz Illegal Detention Center? Frickin' genius. It's 50 miles into the Everglades.
Well,
that's fucking great.
you know, that makes sense because now I've heard a little something about, and I had somebody in either yesterday's video I put out or the one before that leave a fucking comment, and that's all they left was Alligator Alcatraz.
So Dick Steele says it's 3.78 litres to a gallon.
Yeah, and it was like $1.50 or $1.80. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's a lot.
And I was probably a dick to that person because when you people leave comments like that, I'm like, put a little fucking substance behind the comment so I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Drain the Swamp 53 says hybrid for the win. Full EV is just stupid. I've been saying this for years. If they made a hybrid 3/4 ton, I'd be the first one in line to buy one. As soon as I plug my trailer in, I get all fucking 8 cylinders. If I'm not towing nothing and I'm under a certain weight, fuck yeah, give me the juice.
I can see a hybrid, but all electric? No.
Fucking stupid.
Nope.
What the fuck? There's no mention. I know where we are fucked with carbon tax. Oh, Gerald.
Canada,
Gerald
carbon tax.
Talisman, he calls himself a snow Mexican.
Yeah.
I know we are fucked with carbon tax, Carney.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Carbon tax, Carney, yep.
It's mind-numbing. And you got that
What? William Wagner said he paid $2.79 for diesel in Texas. Well, you make it there. What the? That's cheating, dude.
Well, my last off-road diesel.
Mr. Brash is here. He says hello.
Mr.
sign.
East Central Illinois. Oh, I
Your
forgot to get the
sign-
sign
your
out.
sign's over there, mister.
Jesus, I forgot to get the sign. I forgot
Oh,
how to do this.
no.
I forgot how to do this whole live stream thing. It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Forgot how to do it. See my corner? It's a little cleaner. I arranged things one day.
Wow. Were you bored? It must have been raining.
It rained a little that day. I couldn't get to the fucking shelf anymore, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do something with this shit.
The animal 71 says it's $1.28 a litre in my area, an hour from Detroit border.
Yeah.
So, and then D. Dick Steele said it was 3.7 litres per gallon. So
you guys are talking. You're paying like $7-8 a gallon. If it's $1.50 a gallon, I'm
using my calculator, so I can't do the mathing, but that's still a lot more than what.
Well, how many liters in a gallon did he say? 5?
3.78 liters.
3.7. Okay, so 3
point.
round off to 4.
3.8. Okay, just call it 4. Yeah, so 4 times $1.28.
Yeah, that's over $5 a gallon right there. So yeah, like I
They're
said,
up
there's
there with
places.
California.
Yeah, there's places you're paying $6 a gallon for your
They're up
fucking
there with
gas.
California.
Crazy.
EVs are a fire hazard. You ain't shitting, Richard. They never stop burning. That's the problem.
It's the main reason why I've probably had 6 different electric bike companies send me a thing about a collaboration.
I'm not gonna judge
I don't want
because you got a cool fucking YouTube name. Drain the Swamp says he just bought a 2023 Prius, but it gets 55 miles per gallon. And he unplugged fucking shit in. It just charges when it hits the brakes. So hey, enjoy your 55 miles a gallon. I got no use for a Prius. So.
But it's still a Prius.
I my 7.3 identifies as a hybrid diesel.
I won't hate you for that one.
7.3, them fuckers get shit mileage. But man, they'll run forever. I'm south of Rochester. We are paying $3.19 here for gas and $3.99 for diesel.
Did you see the one story I put up here a day or two ago? The guy was talking about our guns. Our guns are seeking asylum in our sanctuary homes.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, something like that. It was funny.
Well, D-Deck still did the math. It's $5.67.
Yeah.
So they're up there with California.
Yeah, that's why I say when gas is $3 and under here in the United States. We bitch, but it's fairly cheap.
Yeah.
But then again, look at, my last video, all the fucking libtards that went after me
East Texas living.
about the food.
Howdy from Marietta, Texas. Gas still cheap here compared to elsewhere. Yeah, 'cause you make it there, y'all. What the hell? TAC 001. United States power grid is depending on who you ask, not good. So let's all buy EVs. Yeah, that makes sense. When
Yeah.
the power goes out, you have a brick in the driveway. No shit.
Well, the
Look
biggest-
at California with all the brownouts they get all the time.
The biggest problem is our fucking power grid in this country is so outdated, but they want to throw all these electric vehicles and electric homes. You can't use, like here in New York,
Oh, everything is.
they're literally in New York City. They were trying to get rid of fucking pizza ovens and all that kind of shit. And,
To build
and
brand,
gas.
to build brand new in New York State now. If you were to build a brand new house per code,
It's got to be electric.
everything's fucking.
Yeah.
You can't I have a pellet stove. Nope.
Yeah.
So here's the trick, y'all. If you're crazy enough to want to build a new house in communist New York, wait till all your inspections are over, and then it's yours and do whatever the fuck you want. You can put a goddamn wood stove in a corner. Who gives a fuck? That's the thing that people don't understand. But all the other crazy nonsense is
And
just-
electric homes can be economical because my mother's house is all electric if they're insulated properly.
baseboard.
Yes. If they're insulated properly. So,
Well, that's economic with everything. If it's insulated
Well, yeah.
properly, you ain't gonna burn as much wood or
Yeah.
whatever you're running.
but it's just,
That's the trick everywhere.
This fucking
whether
state,
you're trying to
uh,
keep the heat out or the cold out.
or this fucking country to think that, we'll just build more windmills and solar
What a
panels,
fucking-
put up
what a
more
waste.
solar panels.
Fucking waste.
Well, you can't really see outside right at the moment. Well, you can kind of see the corner over there on the opposite side of Jim's head. That's pretty much been our day the last 2. Not a whole lot of sun.
Nope.
Pretty cloudy, Probably could have got a windmill to crank today
Oh,
because
today,
it
yeah.
has been windy.
I brought that trailer home today. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
They would probably pulled me over for drunk driving.
How about the winter we had this past winter? How'd them solar panels do?
Covered in fucking.
Everyone I
3/4
drove by, yeah, you couldn't see the solar panel because the fucking snow that was covering them.
I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it's like you have to build this stuff, with some intelligence.
Yeah.
Don't put a fucking solar panel where the sun ain't around,
But-
but maybe 4 months out of fucking year.
But the problem is, they don't think about that shit.
Oh,
They
no.
just want to push the agenda through.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
might need some Tums later. Oof,
Put that fire out.
that was good pizza, but oof.
Damn it, I knew I should come early. Fuck. Lloyd and Ace, our gas here, just checked it yesterday, was $2.94 per gallon. I don't know where Lloyd's at.
Yeah, we got down in the 260 to 280 range, then we jumped back up to the 320 range. I think going through Baldwinsville, it was 308 or 309, something like that. Oh, Barb went grocery shopping today. She went to Wegmans in Auburn, and then she
Yeah,
stopped
there
at
you go.
BJ's. BJ's had some, if you spent so much money there, they had some sale where gas was $2.50 a gallon. So she filled the Chevy up there today for $2.50 a gallon. I don't know how they do it. I ain't gonna argue with them. We'll take $2.50 a gallon.
Drain Swamp says that Tesla will lose to hybrids that he hopes. I got nothing against I got nothing against the electric cars. Even back before Elon went, even though I have a sticker right there that says "fuck your batteries, gasoline forever."
And I'm not gonna go key anybody's fucking Tesla
You gotta
because
burn
I
it to
could
the
give a
fucking
fuck.
ground.
I could give, that's the difference
But
between
it's
you
just
and
like
us.
everything else. Everything
We don't
has
burn
its-
shit up when we don't like it.
Everything has its place. If you live in a city or whatever, yeah, buy yourself an electric fucking car.
Yeah.
Good luck plugging it in because they never have any places to do it. But, your commute or whatever, out here where we live in the fucking sticks, or like when he wants to go down south to go golfing or some bullshit, whatever the hell he does down there. No, fuck no. You want to spend 3 days to
Yeah.
make a fucking,
And
make a 12-hour
and
trip?
make your route out to
Where
not be the
there's
straightest, quickest route, but to
Because
find charging
it's
stations.
not just here in communist New York, it's the entire country that the grid system is archaic.
If you want to own one to travel 50 miles around circle or something on a regular basis,
Round trip, yep.
go for it. I mean, save yourself some money, go for it.
You know, electric buses in the city or what, yes.
The fucktards that are out there keying these things and all that, I mean, you know, the loving left. The ones who, I saw an Instagram post and it was great. This black dude, I don't know what city it was,
Oh, shit.
but they brought him over, he was a Democrat. They brought him over to you know, it was like the leftards were over here and the conservatives were over on this side of the road. It was like a protest, you know, going on against each other. They brought him over to that side. Everybody was fucking great to him. They're like, well, tell us why you know, think the Democrats are the way to go, and conversations. So then the woman with the microphone who was doing the interviews, who brought him over there, said, well, let's go over, you know, to your side where he was and see what's going on over there. The guy was about in tears at the end, the way the fucking lefty lunatics were treating this woman with the microphone. Get the fuck out of here, you cunt, and all this shit. I mean, the guy holding the camera showed the guy's face towards the end, and you could literally see the tears welling up in the guy's eyes. Boom. There was another one that just flipped right there because he's realizing, you know, that's the fucking burn it to the ground if you don't like it.
Yep, the purple hair
Side.
psychos. Which is, it's just.
Did anybody ever get rid of Karen Carroll? Just curious.
I haven't seen any other comments. So
I was just curious.
I'm assuming either they
If
got
Karen Carroll got timed out.
Even he gets thrown out or
He got pissed at me one day. Well, Carroll with 2 L's is a guy's name. I go, okay, Karen, whatever.
Karen.
I mean, I've known a couple dudes that were named Carroll. They're older people. That Carroll's not a, you know, common name.
In Texas, we love
today.
smoking that diesel. Mm-hmm. Hound gosh, and late, but he got it.
Did you see that Florida's new law there that get to run over the protesters or whatever?
Fuck yeah.
I loved when that woman was interviewing all them rednecks. That's why I'm filling up the old Ford right now.
You know that was AI, right?
I don't care if it was AI or not.
It's still funny. But
Yeah.
it was AI. Like I have when I go.
Because you know those people down there are thinking
Oh
that.
fuck yeah! Oh yeah. Like every time I go with my parents out, because Dad's bored off his fucking ass.
Oh, I can
He's
imagine.
Fucking hating life. So he's always watching the YouTube, and I walk in, I'm like, you know it's fake, right? He's like, it's keeping my fucking brain occupied. I don't give a fuck.
Well, at least he ain't been on his ass in a while. Or at least you haven't called me.
Yeah. No. Well, he actually, he's allowed to drive. So that's
I couldn't resist that one night when I walked in. I go, what the fuck you doing sitting on the floor?
Well, just fucking hanging out. One of the schools up here had an electric school bus, and it ran out of charge and stranded students. They had to bring a regular bus to get. Well, I think Baldwinsville, Betty, if you're familiar, Baldwinsville's all electric school bus.
I don't know if they are because they voted it down last year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
The schools around here have been voting it down
Well,
because,
look at last winter. It was fucking cold.
yeah, they're going to force Hochul's hand. Is what
I have a
they're gonna
fucking
do.
trailer full of lithium batteries. Trust me
Yeah.
when I tell you, they don't like the
Yeah.
fucking cold, and they're only this fucking
Hey,
big.
speaking of which, I was surprised that fucking pole saw that I demoed last fall or whatever.
Well, your
Barb and I got.
battery operated.
Oh yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them now. Those little 6-inch. We had to go cut some little tiny trees in a couple acres that we reclaimed over on a field.
Hey,
that grew
Carl's
up.
in finally.
Carl, you're finally in.
The little left. Dumb,
And we-
dumb as the stump and mentally ill.
I took them fucking batteries out and they got the little push button so you can see how many bars they got. Holy shit, they were still charged. And if you remember last fall when I was doing that demo and the thing kept cutting out, the company saw that. Yeah, it's China made, but I'll still give them credit. They said they had a batch of them that the wiring wasn't quite right on. They sent me another free saw, not the whole pole, just the saw part that goes on it, and told me, you don't have to do another video. I said, that's good because it's fucking winter time. It's snowing out now. So I actually got a second saw out of them, so I'll give them credit for that, even though it's Chinese made.
Ernie-
But then again, what the fuck ain't?
What the fuck ain't? Ernie Kinney, we've been paying maintenance fee, transportation fee on our electric, whereas all this money gone to They want us taxpayers to rebuild electric grid. My lead guy, who has National Grid, we're out here with RG and fucking E,
Which they're brothers in plain English.
Pretty much.
Those two companies.
his delivery fee is more than his fucking usage.
Yeah.
Make that make fucking sense.
Right, it's just,
But I did see that they got in trouble and allegedly RG&E's getting in trouble. But my bill, well, I'll put it this way. My bill was finally under 400 fucking
yeah,
dollars,
the bills have gone back down.
which is still fucking ridiculous.
I think they were doing a little cheating when they put the new meters in too.
Which they don't work yet. The maintenance guy that came out to my house last summer,
Well, they're using them because nobody comes
No,
out
no.
and reads mine.
until every single one is installed. This is what RG&E maintenance, what RG&E guy that installs these fuckers, because they work by Bluetooth. So your one on your house connects to your mom's house, connects to this, and then goes and then ding, 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 and then it sends a signal to Rochester. That's how it works. That's what he told me. He said that whole
They ain't been out reading, so
that
I
whole
don't know how it
fucking
works.
deal won't work allegedly until they're all installed. Maybe they're all installed. I don't know. Maybe now that's why
Oh.
my bill's less than $400 fucking dollars.
Speaking of these kind of things,
Fucking electricity.
poor guy ain't gonna have internet for a few days
Fuck
this fall.
you, bullshit. I'm not going on vacation yet.
So here's a funny.
I'm gonna come down here with a ladder and cut his shit off. No
So,
Instagram
so
posts
here's a
for
funny.
you.
Some kid, I swear to God, he looked like he was 20, early 20s at the latest. From Spectrum comes knocking on my door one night. I mean, this was like fairly late too.
When the fuck was this?
Remember, it was what, a week or two ago when I told you about it?
Oh yeah, he ain't come to my fucking house.
No, because what he was is he was going around trying to get people to hooked up to the internet, and he was using our old address pre 911, which was a long time ago.
Damn.
He goes, "Yeah, is this 3161?" I go, "Yeah, years ago." I said, "It's 3145 now." "Oh, well, we got it down as 3161, and we see you're not connected, and want to know if you'd be willing to connect to Spectrum." I go, "Dude, look at the fucking wire. We are connected and whatnot." So while I had him there on the front deck bullshitting with him, I said, "Hey," first I showed him the pole down the road that the electric wire blew off of this past winter during a storm. And now the wires are all intertwangled out here. It's all fucked up because RG&E's supposed to put a new pole in. They'll get around to it someday, probably when it snows again.
Oh shit.
Why do it in the summer? So I asked this guy, I said, "What about these fucking wires that ain't 15 foot up in driveways going into my fields, like up the road here next to my neighbor, his house?" I go, "I hit it with the combine." I go, we gotta literally lift it up with a 14-foot 2x4 to get the combine under it." He goes, "Well, we hire that out to third-party companies
They
that
sub
do that
everything
kind of
out.
stuff." He says it's so hard to get them back to, do something. He goes, "The best thing is just rip it down. Then they have to come out." I go, "Well,
Well, who's doing?
then he won't have internet." "Well, just tell him to go on vacation for a few days."
Yeah, bull fucking shit.
He goes, "Rip it down this fall, then they'll come out." I said, "All right."
I got one for you.
What?
I'll give you. Let's talk about Monsanto poisoning everybody in the Midwest with cancer for no weeds in your corn.
Whatever. You want to eat? I mean, how long? Who's this?
He's on points though. He's on point.
On points, yeah. And how long are you going to run with that one? Is that kind of like climate change? I mean, it's been around since 1973.
Here's the thing.
See, my father just died 4 years ago in 21 at 89 years old. My uncle was 90. I used to watch these dudes mix the shit up without the
gloves on.
without the fucking trill gloves that I use when I spray, and then pick up their fucking sandwich that was sitting on the fender because they didn't have cab tractors back then. But yet the guy who one of the ones who kind of started all this, who goes and this is why I don't like RFK Jr., by the way, who goes and works for a school for 1 year and spraying weeds, 10 years later gets diagnosed with cancer, and it's the fucking Roundup's fault. So you know what? You can go fuck yourself, because there is zero fucking studies that prove, first of all, that's how stupid you are, because it's called glyphosate. Roundup is a product name. Okay, glyphosate, you see anything over there that says Roundup on it? No, but there's glyphosate over there, because many companies make it now, because Monsanto / Bear, because Bear bought him out, doesn't have a patent on it anymore. So
I knew that one was gonna get fired up. That was like way back.
that's like our fucking, subsidies they talk about for the farmers. That's to keep the cheap food to you other 98.2% of people in
Well,
this
if you're so worried
country.
about it, just don't eat any vegetables and buy your meat from a farmer and just eat meat.
Well, this is how fucking stupid you are to start with, because I finished spraying corn. No, I didn't take you all long for the end of spraying corn, but I finished spraying corn yesterday or day
Wow,
before.
this guy's all over it. Like I said, can't fix stupid. Farmers aren't very smart. Oh,
Yeah.
farmers aren't very smart, but you're
Yeah.
probably sitting fat and happy in your mom's fucking basement.
Do you know what glyphosate is? It's a contact spray.
Google it.
So
I mean, Google will tell you what it is.
I'm spraying this corn when it's about this tall. When's the fucking ear come on that corn? When it's this tall?
No.
So tell me any farmer that's spraying glyphosate
Ran.
on a fully
I'm
mature
drinking.
plant.
I'm drinking Roundup straight
Yeah.
up right now.
Well, you know what? There was a doctor who, I almost think it was on one of my videos here a year ago about that, who I was actually shocked. He made her, no, I know what it was.
Holy shit! Check this out. Mark Calmer said, was watching a video where a kid drank a cup full of Roundup and poison control said there was nothing to worry about.
That's what I'm talking about. There was this doctor that said, well, to make sure he doesn't pee in the lawn, because it'll go through him, and when he pees, it'll kill the fucking grass or
I
whatever.
killed the grass with my piss.
I mean, it's just whatever. Find whatever you want. Don't fucking eat. I mean,
Carl's like, then grow your own food, genius. I've been a farmer and a soldier. Well, Carl's been everything. I went in the army for an extra hour of sleep. And we got 4.
yeah.
They guaranteed us 4 hours of sleep.
I mean, it's fucking amazing.
Tom
And you're
Wagner.
probably a fat fucking hog, too,
Sitting
that
in his
just made
mom's
that
basement, like I said.
comment. Whatever. I mean,
The shit that's causing cancer isn't.
how many times you get
isn't-
jabbed? Because
isn't-
that's supposedly
yeah.
causing
Oh,
something
yeah.
right now, too, ain't
You
it?
sound awful vaccinated.
Let's not go into it, though.
You
We'll
sound
get in
awful.
trouble.
He sounds awful vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like that broad there that was commented on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You sound vaccinated.
I watched.
That's my new one.
I watched some doctor lady on one of the
Well, it's all the fucking preservatives
libtards.
and all the other
Yeah.
shit they put in.
There was
stuff.
some doctor lady on one of the libtard, like MSNBC, one of those, that was saying, we're still trying to figure out why in the last couple of years, cancer in all ages, especially young people, seems to be up like 20 to 30%.
You're questioning that.
Oh,
You're wondering.
What happened? What happened in the last 3 or 4 years?
I wonder what the fuck happened.
Ooh, let's think about it. I mean, let's not say it because we'll get in trouble, but
When are people going to start hanging from that?
wonder why all the heart problems are happening in
Yeah, no
the 18 to 30-year-olds too in the last few years.
Nothing to see here, I'm sure.
Yeah, nothing to see.
Fucking retards.
There's fucking countries out. I literally had somebody on one of the videos say, well, we need to get our food from foreign countries.
We already fucking do.
There's countries out there that still use DDT. I'm not going into it. Look it up. We don't use it anymore.
That's bad. We get, I think almost, well, I know 95% of our pork comes from China.
We get certain things from different countries
Hence
because
why
we have to.
I buy mine from fucking Priest Farms, which, by the way,
And-
I haven't seen one single
Yeah, and
Priest
she
in
fucking and she sent me a message asking if
That
it was
is
tonight. And I
bullshit.
said yes. And by the way, it's kind of like seasonal things too.
On Point is consulting CNN right now.
Yeah. When you're getting your fucking tomatoes 2 months ago here in New York, where do you think they're coming from? Chances are probably California or Florida or someplace where it was a fuck of a lot warmer and they could be growing. You know, if you're eating sweet corn in fucking February or March.
Was it Karen Sanders?
Karen Carroll back?
Yeah. RFK Jr. is a lawyer, not a doctor, and he is in charge of our health care. He just took his grandkids swimming in sewage. Look it.
Whatever, swimming in
The
sewage.
first sentence, the first quarter of that sentence is true. He is a lawyer.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, he's done more. He's shit canned everyone. Did you see that?
Ooh, sprinkles.
Yeah, right. Oh, right.
And the sun's trying to shine.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've seen that because you've been farming. He shit canned everyone at the CDC.
Yeah, I did see that. Or I heard that
Yeah.
on the radio. My problem with RFK Jr. is he goes too far. Okay, you can't. I agree with him, and I've said this a million times on this channel. You know, we shouldn't have the red dye number 40 or blue dye number 4, whatever the fuck dyes numbers they are and all that. But you know what?
Number 5.
But you know what the problem is? When somebody's food doesn't look appealing, they won't eat it because they're fucking retarded. I mean, rather than taste it, don't worry about what it looks like. It's like the morons that'll go, well, that corn you're growing, that's not in my cornflakes, so you're not feeding me. No, but the fucking cow you might be eating tonight is a steak or the pork chop or something like that. Them fucking animals are eating it, you moron.
Don't eat cornflakes. That's poison.
I mean, holy fuck, it's just...
Yeah, I moved the
brainwashed and retarded.
Brett S. I moved everything into the house. I have hardwired internet now in my house.
That's why my last...
So come wintertime, we can
be warmer.
We can go to the...
So that's why my last video was called So Retarded.
So Retarded.
And Screw did throw it up.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Oh. That is fucking crazy. It's sprinkling. We can hear it on the roof. And the sun's trying to poke through.
Fucking Chuck. Hey, Karen Carl. Jill Biden wasn't and isn't a doctor either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But The View calls her a doctor, though. Come on, Tyler.
You know what I think is funny? Karen Carroll and the Ronnie Riels and all the rest of them. You fuckers are obviously subscribed. You can't stand me. That cracks me up.
But they wanted, thanks for the, algorithm.
I got better things to do than to watch some fucktard that I can't stand and whatever. Glad you're here, dummy. That just shows your intelligence level.
Yeah.
It's not real intelligent. I gotta put my gloves back in the proper place now.
Proper.
Because I do wear my gloves when I'm mixing up spray. And there ain't a whole lot that we hand mix today.
Oh, will
like
you shut the
used to.
fuck up, Karen? Oh my God, Tyler Performance. She never claimed to be a medical doctor. She has a She would just say doctor. She has a doctorate in education. Shut the fuck up.
All right, whatever the longest boot is, Blue Wrench, boot him for the longest time.
Boot fucking Karen the fuck. Hey, Sierra, she is here.
Oh, we're blessed. We got a
Kellogg's
freeze.
cereal actually came out with their product to initially decrease sex drive. True story. Yes, that is a true story.
Well, did y'all know Coke used to actually have Coke in it years ago?
Way fucking cooler if it did.
Yeah, I mean,
the fuck out of that.
check it out. You guys can probably see the sun, like, trying to come in, and it's fucking lightly rain shower. I can't buy a rain when the fucking skies are black, but we can get some little piddly ass thing now that the sun's shining.
Brett asked, suppose Joe is in a nursing home now or 6 foot under? Well, he was under.
You're not going to
He was
hear.
he was under. Well, now they're investigating the shit out of all
Yeah,
this
but you're not going to hear much from Joe or about Joe. You wait and see for the next, well, probably until he does die, to be honest.
And here comes Carl with more facts. Hey, Karen Sanders. Most academic doctors prefer professor unless they're an egotistical cunt.
Exactly.
Which Jill Biden is.
Exactly.
She was running the country along with the other 4 to 5 fucking who knows.
Hey, Carl, why don't you throw up a link to the fact that there's never, ever been one study that shows glyphosate is linked to cancer, which is why the commercials, as I've said a million times on this channel, the commercials on TV say probable. They have to use probable because there's a big difference between it does and probable. That way they don't get fucking sued.
Dean Melberg, you are right on part of it, but China pretty much runs 90+% of our pork products in this country. I've watched the documentaries. That's why I only buy all my meats from the Priest farm.
Well, we have a lot of pork farms in this country. It's just
not that many anymore. And
well, out in the Midwest, Iowa.
Well, that and they're regulating the fuck out of them.
My buddy AJ just got a shitload. And well, this is the other thing too, though. He just got a shitload of younger piglets. You know where they come from? Canada. I mean, so
yeah, I guess
a lot of them.
I'd rather have them come from Canada.
Yeah, a lot of them get them brought in, raise them, and then they go back out. I mean, it's just, I don't know how many here are raising them from, you know, a newborn piglet. Well, Jeffrey Moe in Illinois, they used to be hog farmers too, but.
Mark from Butler, Kentucky. Sure enjoy listening to you guys and reading all the comments. Not tired of winning.
Yeah.
I mean, we are winning-ish, but it's just, I mean, I got about as much patience as a rabid Rottweiler.
That's the problem. People need to have some fucking
I
patience.
don't have
right?
any.
I know you don't.
I don't fucking have any.
I've had this argument with a few other people too.
We're well past fucking day one.
Yeah, I know.
And all of a sudden, that Iran and Israel want to play fuck games. We don't hear anything about fucking Ukraine, which is still happening.
But the best one is when the lefty lunatics, well, he said he was going to lower the price of eggs in the first week. Oh, so you were okay with the way they skyrocketed under Biden?
That's the funny part.
Yeah, and now you're upset?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the economy was great.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden...
It was our right-wing psychosis that the last 4 years were bad.
Right-wing psychosis. Fucking bullshit.
But now you're pissed off because in a week's time, eggs didn't drop.
Sierra, Mrs. Priest. There's 676 people in here. Let's just say that 25% of them are commenting. 25% of 600 is like 100 and something. I'm not good at mathing.
On 130.
I'm not good at mathing unless it's on a tape
130 and
measure.
140.
Like,
so
this is what I'm dealing with here. You're way up here.
you just wait your fucking turn in line, Missy.
Yeah. So
All
I
right?
didn't see your name.
You just wait your turn in line, Missy.
Our piglets either come from Jordan or Red Creek, very local. That's Mrs.
Yeah.
Priest, which, by the way, their pork is fucking scrumptious. The best pork chops I've ever had in my fucking life. The bacon, fuck yes. Very, very good.
So did we get rid of Karen Carroll?
I haven't seen anything.
Is Karen gone for the ultimate longest time that you can get rid of somebody?
I'm not sick, Randall. There's stuff I can yell about, but I just don't want to get his channel canceled.
Hey, we don't always have to. Come on, Trump's president again. We don't always have to yell.
Everyone, East Texas miss me yelling. Fuck up past the fucking deer stand.
Yeah.
There is stuff I'm sick of.
Make Chuck happy. Give him a fuck Hussein or
Fuck
whatever.
Obama, fucking Hussein, or whatever, fuck Obama.
Barack Hussein.
Barack Hussein
And his husband, Michael.
and his husband, Michael. TAC001 says he's only good at mathing when he's loading magazines. I'm down with that.
I'm a farmer. I have to know math, but I'm too fucking tired and sore right now
Big
to try
Dan.
to pop something off my head.
Big Dan's checking in from Southwest of Swigger.
Yeah,
I was just out there today.
He comments quite often.
Betty Swain says, yes, Carol is gone. Maybe she's the one that pulled the trigger.
Isn't it amazing? Stop and think about it, though.
Oh, On Points is still here, though. Yes, can I talk? Go ahead. Spew some more dumb bullshit.
Yeah, talk your bullshit.
Talk your bullshit.
You know what I find amazing, though, is when you people seek out to come on to... I don't go to somebody else's channel to, I'm sorry, Betty, because I know you still watch Doofus, but, it's like that dumb fuck 2 hours east of me.
Is this a new guy?
I talk about how he's a dumb fuck. He's, it's January or June 27th and he's still trying to plant corn and whatnot. But I'm not going to go on his channel and, you people are fucking lunatics because you have to be here so that you can make your
That's the
stupid.
problem with the internet.
Yeah.
When you and I were growing up, if you talk shit in school, there was.
Well, we didn't have phones when I was in school, so.
Neither did I. There was repercussions. If you
Yeah.
talk shit, you're gonna get either you gotta back it up or you're gonna get punched
It's
in the fucking
fucking
mouth.
crazy.
No one on the internet ever gets punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
But is hold on a second, I gotta scroll back. Butt Nuggets Homestead, is that new?
That sounds, I haven't heard that one.
Because he's like, dang, I thought I needed a self-imposed timeout. I like how you guys tell it how it is. So I think that's a
I
new,
think that's fairly new because I don't recognize that
it
name.
says, I think that says Joe with a through it, or no, Chloe. Yeah, that's Chloe.
I don't know, Butt Nugget, tell us if you're new.
I got Hannibal Mass too, Big Dan, yeah.
I've picked up some new ones lately.
Graduated in 94, I don't know about you, maybe you were in my class. I can't see your picture all that good, but I see you got a gray beard.
Well, you had phones by then. They were out in the late 80s.
Car phones?
No, I think
Nobody
the
walking-
handheld ones. I think my first cell phone was like a walkie-talkie with a 8-inch fucking
Oh, you must have
pull-out thing, and that was in the early
you had that big
90s.
farmer money.
I had the fucking bag phone in my
I
truck.
didn't get a fucking cell phone until I was like 24 years old. Let me see. Yeah, 2003.
Well,
2003 was when I got my cell phone.
I kind of needed one because when they came out and everybody started getting them, you'd go in the fucking house at night after chores or something, and there'd be 15 messages on your fucking home machine that was like them old. They were like the old recorders back then. They weren't like the modern day ones. And it's like all these people calling. Why don't you get a phone so then I could call you? It's like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess I need to get a fucking phone then. Oh, trust me, he knows. My poker buddies know because one of them loves to send a lot of shit on Instagram. I'm not a big talker or texter or phone person to start with. I'm like
on points is all crying. You got butthurt and made it where I couldn't talk anymore. I must have hurt your feelings.
yeah, that's it.
No, if you
That's
can't
it,
talk
on
anymore,
point.
you wouldn't be able to post in there because one of the Blue Reds was throwing your ass back to your mom's fucking basement, you dumbass.
No, it's when you talk shit with nothing to back it up. We're all for the fucking debate, but
Joel Whitford.
hey, cousin Joel, what's up? He was just up here a few weeks ago. A week ago, 2 weeks. I don't fucking remember.
Armenian channel is Tiny Farm Nuggets on YouTube. Okay. Big Butt Nuggets Homestead. Must be a
Okay.
YouTube channel. All right. Promote your shit, bud.
But I don't remember the name, so you must be fairly new to
that's
this
it,
one.
yeah.
I had one guy leave a comment yesterday when the video
Sorry,
came out.
I'm using speech to gibberish, he says.
One guy left a comment yesterday. He goes, I don't know how I ended up here. He says, but holy shit, I like this. He said,
The
goes,
algorithm brought me here.
he goes, I think I'll subscribe. He goes, holy
Appreciate
shit, you ain't afraid to tell it how it is. Nope. And I ain't gonna fucking change who I am. I'm too old.
Don't care. I think I'm at 3,400.
It's like I tell
subscribers.
people when the video happens to be long, if you watch it, fine. If you don't, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it.
I mean,
Yeah. Butt Nuggets graduated in 1983. So he's up there with
he was in high school when I was.
your old ass.
That was the year I fucking got in that truck accident and cut myself in half. Well, I didn't cut myself. The truck cut me in half.
He probably should not do that.
No. Well, I don't ever want to do it again, I can tell you that. Because I'm living the pain from it now.
Protesters are spraying ice with bear spray. Well, that's assaulting. That's like.
Yeah, that should be a
like
federal
dead-
offense. You're assaulting a
deadly-
fucking federal
deadly
officer.
force. I mean, technically it could be deadly force.
I
Depending on
don't-
what judge you bring it in front of.
I just don't fucking get it. What's happened with that judge? Because I haven't heard lately that ICE arrested for helping the fucking illegals sneak out. Where was that? Wisconsin
Or
or
about the judge?
Michigan
They
or
were
something
doing
like that?
The judge that had him living in their fucking
Yeah,
attic or some
I
shit.
saw that. But the one that actually got arrested for making the ICE agents go this way while she took Mr. Illegal this way and snuck him out a door that normally isn't used or whatever. You haven't heard anything about that lately.
Nah, funny.
Of course, the lamestream media doesn't tell you jack shit about
No.
jack shit. They just,
And then when you get on Instagram.
the agenda. That's all the agenda.
Since I learned, even on Instagram, you gotta fucking weed through the bullshit. I thought TikTok was bad. Fuck. Instagram's full of fucking alleged right-winger bullshitters too.
That's why I don't even bother with TikTok.
Just to get people fucking wound up.
But it blows my mind. I've mentioned this guy before too, that Tennessee Brando. I remember not very long ago, like 6 months ago, whatever, 8 months ago, and I very seldom go over. If I do, I go over to troll. That's one I will leave a trolling comment on. And I never get people to comment back to me because
Well, I
they
think
don't
we
have
got
anything to
another-
say.
I think we got another retard.
But he was like 300,000. All of a sudden he's 750,000 and he gets like 30,000 views on a video. Seriously? What's our new retard?
Anthony Drummond will post again watching two drunks complain about the government, yet will happily cash their welfare check.
Welfare check.
My name's on the trailer, blowjob.
Yeah.
I work my fucking dick off for my money.
Yeah,
So there's no welfare check here.
The DBA here is Denison Farms. Pretty
Yeah.
sure my name is
I
on the
ain't put
check
my- I ain't
too,
put
along
my
with
fucking name
Barb's.
on the internet.
Yeah, okay. waiting for my welfare
So you
check.
can twist and shove your welfare check up your fucking ass.
But see, that's...
Sorry, two straight white guys. We don't get welfare checks. We gotta work for it.
But
Go
that's...
fuck yourself past the deer stand.
But that's the typical leftist right there, you know? I love when they'll come in and say, well, all you do is call people names. You ever look at what you write and shit like that? I mean, because you get upset because I call you a libtard? I mean...
I've never taken any money from the...
All right, Anthony.
Oh, that...
You're out of here.
That's funny.
Let him go, Blue Wrenches.
I just watched that comment disappear.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let him go, Blue Wrenches. I was doing my best
cunt.
umpire.
Fucking cunt. Fucking, I got your welfare check, you motherfucker. I've worked my fucking ass off my entire fucking life. Like before there was working papers.
You know what's funny with the ones that talk about all the farmer welfare, and you all know this is a fact because I've said it on the videos.
I didn't see the comment, but Lee Harris is running out of patience with On Point.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lee. I don't care.
Fuck him.
But I've offered people, go to the FSA office and ask for like the last 5 years or whatever and see what I've gotten in so-called welfare payments. None of them seem to ever, want to take that up and go do those things.
I didn't know this till Rich and Betty just brought it up. Do you know where Tom Holman is from, New York?
Yes.
From upstate New York?
Yes, I heard
He's
that.
a fucking cop up towards...
It was up towards Malone area, wasn't it? He was close to the border, I thought.
He was on Sean Ryan like 3 weeks ago. Listen to that podcast.
Where was it, Betty? Because wasn't he close to the Canadian border?
Yeah, he was. Well,
I don't know if it was Malone,
The reason-
but somewhere's up
I
that
don't
way.
think it was Malone. But the reason he got involved with it, he was out fishing with some of his cop buddies, and Border Patrol was right there.
Yep.
And he just got, hey, what do you guys do?
I knew it was up near the Canadian border. I'm not going to say
He
it's
says
Malone.
he's from here, and that's where he's gonna fucking die, and he's gonna be buried
Yep.
here. So God bless him. V-Rod Muscle says On Point needs to go. I didn't see what he said last time.
Send him. Because as you've noticed, he's not abiding by the, we want to debate,
It's just,
but
TDS.
instead you're going to do your TDS bullshit and all this.
I mean,
It's
at least use Google.
Yeah, it's like Karen Carroll, or maybe it was on, whoever it was with the whole Roundup when it's called glyphosate, show me the studies. I mean, whatever.
On Point, you're getting your info from Governor Walz.
Yeah. Or Hochul, or Whitmer, or Newsom.
Yeah. Which is funny because when he goes on mainstream Newsom, he goes on mainstream media, says one thing, but when he calls Big Daddy down,
Exactly.
he's on his fucking knees.
Exactly.
Oh, please help me. You have butt fucked your fucking state into oblivion.
But
There is no helping you.
But like here in New York, we'll set millions of dollars aside
Oh,
to sue
shit.
Trump.
Chuck must have did it. You're out of here. Bye-bye. And we say bye-bye, as Trump says.
Put him in that little fucking 350 V8 lawn tractor of yours or whatever and take him for a ride.
Oh, small black Chevy. Oh, small black Chevy.
Set him on them fucking stacks. Blow some hot air up his
West
ass.
Carthage.
West Carthage, okay.
I remember it was close to Fort Drum.
I knew it was up north. I didn't think it was all, that Malone, but I knew it was up north. So I was up near where we snowmobile
Oh,
sometimes.
Tom Anderson throwing his 10 cents in about farming. Funny thing is, with all these idiots saying how good farmers have it, do you know how much we pay in taxes? Astronomical amounts of taxes.
Why won't
these idiot trolls pay in taxes?
Why won't more people
They don't know. It just comes out of their paycheck from fucking Starbucks.
Why don't more people get into farming then if it's so great?
Right.
So I looked up, it takes, well, I've told you this, all of you this before. It takes like 40 minutes to fill that nurse tank, and then another 20 minutes to transfer over roughly into my applicator or whatnot. So I'm sitting here in my recliner, which is over there. You can't see it. You've seen it before.
And it takes his best naps.
I'm like looking up, trying to figure out how to contact the president. And I found this thing where they allowed you 6,000 characters, which I thought was a lot. I only used 3,000.
Get on fucking Truth Social.
I know, so I wrote like 3,000 characters, only half of what I could, this letter to Mr. President, submitted it, it said, thank you to submit. I'm waiting for a reply. It's not going to be from him. It's some flunky that's going to read it. But at the end, I said, Mr. President, I voted for you 3 times. You
got cheated the second time.
you used to talk about, farmers a lot. You haven't lately. I said, MAGA can also be make agriculture great again.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that catches somebody's eye and, I get a little bit of a reply, but we'll see. I doubt it.
Newsom is mentally ill. Yes.
But the one thing I did put in that letter, and stop and think about this. Okay, I have one child, Chelsea. You all know that. She's 21. She's going to be a senior when she goes back to Lemoyne in whatever it is, August, September. She doesn't want anything to do with the farm. She loves being here, but she doesn't want to be a farmer. And for those that have, harped on me, you can't retire and sell it someday. It has to pass on to another. No, it doesn't. You don't force your children to do things they don't want to do.
Look if I get a trailer park next to my
You're not
fucking
getting
house,
a trailer park.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
But
I don't want nobody around my fucking house.
people are having less kids today.
Wonder why?
These farm kids grow up, they're 18, 19 years old. They're looking at their 18, 19-year-old friends getting jobs, let's say 21, 22 after college, if some of them do that and actually use their degree. But they're looking at their friends getting jobs with good pay, good benefits, vacations. And they're looking at their parents going, why the fuck do I want to get into that and struggle? Mm-hmm. So, and I put this in this letter to Trump.
Both of my sons have worked for me.
Yeah.
Neither one of my sons worked
So
for me.
30 years from now, luckily I probably won't be around, but who's going to milk the cows and put the crops in and bale the hay when these kids don't want to continue taking over the family farms?
The hipsters that think it's cool to have a little farm.
Yeah.
Farmstead.
The average age of farmers in the United States has actually gone up. It's over 58 years old now. There's a reason why. So stop manipulating the prices.
Chuck's got a point. How about if you have no farming experience, you shut the fuck up about farming if all you plan to do is complain and not listen? Exactly.
Pretty much.
I don't know I learned what headland was just a couple of years ago when we did a live stream. Oh, he did the headland, which is the outside.
Jim was asking why we kept going back and
It's
forth.
the outside.
Yeah. What do you do with the outside?
I thought
I go, well,
y'all-
you do that last because you got to have a place to turn around.
I thought you did farming like you mowed fucking grass. I don't fucking know what the hell I'm doing. It'd be the same thing when
Some-
you fucking did your deck. You're just there for fucking
Some
metal
people
support.
call it end rows. Some places call it headlands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you, Chuck, how to put a fucking big black Chevy into a fucking garden tractor because I wouldn't know how. So,
Well, the thing is like with Chelsea and my boys' generation is they don't really have. I don't know about Chelsea, but my oldest one can't find a fucking place to buy.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking outrageously priced.
yep.
They don't have the same. And I hate to sound like one of those people, but it's the truth. It's like they still don't have the same opportunities that we did when we were in our 20s.
No.
It's fucking stupid.
Well, Chelsea's already said.
My oldest boy, he's like, don't expect any grandkids from me. He doesn't even want to have kids.
And Chelsea, she's in Staten Island right now with her boyfriend. She's been there she went down for the week. Chelsea's actually doing something in college, business. I can't tell you the name of what she's doing.
Actually get a job.
With accounting minor. So she's going to actually use her fucking.
Wait. She has an accounting minor?
She's getting an accounting minor too. I think it was last year. She had her professor come to her.
When she graduate next year?
May of 26 or whatever.
I might have a job for her.
One of her professors came to her and like 5 other kids, because she's always been on Dean's List and whatnot,
I gotta go out to the anhydrous tank.
and said if you kids take these extra couple classes to go along with your major, you can also get an accounting minor, and that will really help you. So we told her, suck it up and do it. But she's already said, Mom, Dad, when I get out of college, I get a job, am I going to be able to live here for a while because I can't afford to get a place or build a house? Yeah, no problem. You might have to, maybe pitch in, buy some groceries or, do your own fucking laundry instead of expecting your mother to do it. Something small, Yeah, how many thumbs up do we have? I haven't even checked. 462. Some of you are being slackers. trying to read a few here. JW82, gotta have farmers, always need them. I was so proud to have been part of a small farm, raising our own beef and working on big farm, throwing old square bales. Well, I can tell you, I don't miss doing that in 90-degree heat, that's for sure. What cracks me up is like today I was going through the comments from yesterday's video and somebody, they're fairly new because they haven't made hardly any comments, left some comment about big farms are ruining the little farms or, so I can't remember the exact thing, but do you realize that 99% of the farms are all family owned? Doesn't matter if they're 10,000 cows and 10,000 acres or they're 100 cows and 100 acres.
GPS ran fucking.
It's just they got a lot more it's like farming, fixing, and fabricating. Andy Horrigan's family. I don't know how many cows they're milking now. They gotta be milking 3,000, 4,000, whatever.
Shit.
Working
A
that
day?
many acres. Yeah, a day. The cows don't take the day off.
Oh my land.
But it's,
Hell.
Andy and his brother, and you got the kids and all. I mean, it's still a family farm. I mean,
That's crazy.
It's-
3,000 head. Well, getting back to the 20-something. I don't know if you've had to talk Chelsea out of the tree, but like my two are. You think I'm impatient with what's going on? This whole shit with Iran and Israel and all that. Getting super like that's where Trump won that generation's vote.
yes.
Under promises on the trail, and now, again, because they're from my seed, and I can only imagine.
And they need patience.
Well, here's the thing with 20-something-year-olds, they don't have patience.
I know.
Because everything is instant gratification. It's right here, right now, on the phone. So if it's not happening right now, this second, it's not happening.
Carl's father-in-law still milks 30 cows by hand.
Damn.
Well, they're a little ass backwards in Brazil still.
God bless him. Probably not allowed to get the equipment. But all I'm saying is we got midterms coming up here shortly, and here's the other conspiracy theory. And I don't know if you've heard any of that. Well, you've been in a fucking tractor. Is that all these executive orders and all the shit that Trump wants to get done? All these senators and House reps that are going to be up for election, Republicans, will be like, "Hey, we'll make all this stuff law as long as you vote us in."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they all fucking hate him. MTG was talking, say what you want about Tucker, but she's on there on a podcast, long form format. The truth comes out. She's like, "Oh, I'm guaranteed to be primaried after this interview." She's like, "Do you have any idea how many Republicans just put on the face or put on the fake skin?"
Oh, exactly. The rhinos.
The fake MAGA
Well, did you
skin?
see there's already a couple of them that he's like found somebody else to primary. And yes, where'd that comment just go? Somebody just left the comment and it went by so fast. Oh, Tom Anderson. Yes, if he's got 3,000 milk cows, that means he's got probably 6,000 head total with calves and yeah, exactly.
God,
But it's still a family farm.
how much does it cost to feed that many fucking mouths?
A lot.
Holy shit.
Banana cake squid. Long story. What the fuck?
Huh?
We don't speak gibberish, banana cake squid. What do you mean?
But
Banana cake squid.
long story.
Long story.
That's
What
a
the
new-
fuck does that mean?
First off, never heard that name.
Me neither. And I don't know what you're talking long story, but
What we're talking
whatever.
about, we got 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Fucking
And we won't
count
go
the
that long because I'm tired.
He's already had his vodka and fucking.
Yes, I've already had vodka and 2 beers now, so
Fucking throw down some Tommy.
I'm starting to feel good now.
These are what you gotta get into right here, bud. These are so.
Is that the
good.
banquets?
Oh
Yep.
my God, they're so good. These have been getting me in trouble all fucking week. Because I usually try not to drink on a school night, but when you're out in the shop
Boy.
working on the car.
Every night's a school night for me, so it really don't
Yeah,
matter.
well, yeah. What are you talking about? That corn sleeps on Saturday and Sunday, don't it?
Yeah. When I go by your house tomorrow, we'll see. Because I'm going that way to Meridian.
Fresh steak. Oh, he butchers 2 bulls a year and gets fresh steaks and roasts every year. Fuck yeah, Carl. That's the way to do it right there. That's old school. Betty Swain says all the big farms up around her is all family owned.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Drain
mean,
Swamp says Fred has 25 heifers. That's a lot. Banana cake squid. I was talking to the guy in the chat. Well, there's 700 people in here, bud. Like the chat's fucking.
Yeah, at least
massive.
put their name so we know that you're
Yeah.
not, giving us some weird
Yeah,
ass.
you gotta like, at whoever you're talking to.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't,
Yeah.
try to decipher. I mean,
J-Dub, when I was a teenager, I loved working in the haymow. The higher up, the better. Love the heat. Now at 63, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how the fuck I deployed 2 times. When it gets over fucking 75 and breezy, I start.
I used to when I had to climb because as you've seen, the farm we have silos. We don't have bunks, so we.
Oh, he was talking to Butt Nugget. He said.
Oh, we put haylage in one silo, corn silage in another, and high moisture corn in the blue harvester. When I used to climb the silos, the inside to go up and like lower the silo loader, I used to just use
You used to climb.
just to climb the fuckers with my hands. Oh, I'd climb the inside because I had something around me, so it didn't fuck with my vertigo. And I don't think I had vertigo that bad.
I
back
can't
then.
go. I've been doing this shit for 20 plus.
The outside's barb
Dude,
climbed.
I can't go up.
When her and I got
I
together.
don't like it.
I don't know if it's my vertigo or what, but like, I broke 2 of them big spring teeth on that thing. Backing that fucker in to just the edge of the shop here, looking over my left shoulder. Yesterday I broke one. I got so fucking dizzy I had to push the clutch in and stop, turn around, and face the road,
What the fuck?
and sit there for a minute.
Damn.
And then it fucking went away, and I could back the rest
Now I
of the
know
way.
why you don't climb the silo.
Yeah, it's just
Well, it was like that day when
I
I drove
don't
by and you were standing in the back of your truck.
yeah. Isn't that high for you?
Isn't that a little high for you? Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just certain things, certain times. It's fucking bad.
See,
And then of course you're
ladders-
getting older.
I don't like ladders or being on staging, but I would rather be on a roof with ladder jacks than on a fucking ladder. Like a steep ass fucking roof with ladder jacks, I feel more confident.
It's like the grain lag. I could climb it because it's got the cage around it. It's when I get up top
Everything starts.
and the fucking sky is moving to start with, and then everything
I'm all
else.
fucked up.
Yeah, and then everything else starts fucking moving, and it's like, no, this ain't good. This ain't good at
Then
all.
we're calling the fire department and fucking
Yeah.
talk his ass down.
This
Yep.
ain't good at all.
Holy fuck. Always. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's raining in the morning. I really am. The
Oh,
corn
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
that big yet that I can still.
Knee high, boy, 4th of July. That's
Yeah,
my
well,
grandfather.
we ain't gonna have a lot. We're gonna have some, but we ain't gonna have all of it. I don't think.
Let me minimize the chat and let's see where we're at. That rhymes. Rain at 9 o'clock. Saturday, 49% chance. So 49% of Cato is gonna get rain.
Yeah, today it was supposed to rain too, and that didn't happen.
Nope. Well, Oswego was supposed to be a washout. I went to work anyway and just
Yeah.
fucking do shit until I left. And that was
I
just
should have been a
little
weatherman.
Yesterday,
They get
though-
paid to be wrong all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
What's this say? Still says we got 688 people in.
I got
533.
seven something.
How much are dairy farmers getting paid a hundredweight?
$6.89.
I'm not sure right now. I know it was over $20. I heard it got up to like $23, $24 a hundredweight, but I don't really track that anymore. When I sold my cows and had the auction to sell all my hay equipment and anything related to cows, I had enough. I really had. I mean, I grew up milking cows when I was in school and did it for another 25 years. And when we decided it was time to just,
So you guys doing the cows in all this field too?
yeah. And then
The
I
same
just,
acreage you're doing
yeah.
now?
And when I was single, going to the bar for 3-4 nights a week.
And your dad had equipment that was a quarter of the size of what
He
you
didn't do, no, when I was milking cows. When he was milking cows, all he pretty much did was the home farm and a little bit of rented ground.
had. Oh, okay. So
He
you
didn't
weren't doing what you're doing
He didn't
now.
get into the crowd.
Oh.
We never owned a combine until I bought him out
Oh,
and
okay,
got
no
into
shit.
it.
See, I don't know the history of
I
this.
used to
Dennis
I
and
used to
Fox.
work more land than what I do now, back when I had cows. Barb mentioned that the other day. She goes, you know, you had more land when we had cows than we do now. I said, yeah, I know, I was fucking stupid. I didn't need sleep back
You're
then.
lucky you got a little of her.
I need sleep now. I didn't
Because
need
there
sleep
ain't,
back
there ain't a hell
then.
of a lot of women that are gonna sign on to this bullshit that you got going on.
That's why I say.
My old lady would not have anything to fucking do with any of this shit.
That's why I said before her and I got together, I was about 28 one day, and I woke up and looked in the mirror and said, "Dude," I said, "you gotta get off the prescription fucking painkillers because you're becoming an addict. You gotta cut down the drinking a little,
Cut it down.
and you gotta start getting a little more than 3 to 4 hours of sleep at night."
Yeah.
Fuck, my cousin Ronnie and I used to go over here when the bar that burned down there years
Milk
ago.
bag?
Yeah. We'd sit there and they'd put a bottle of fucking Seagrams in front of me because I drank 7 and 7s and a bottle of BV in front of him because he
Damn.
drank BV and ginger. And by the end of the night, both bottles were pretty much gone. And we'd leave at closing time and I'd get up at 4:30 to milk cows.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, well, what age was
I was
that?
the opposite of Superman. I was super stupid.
What was that, 20-something?
Mid-20s to late 20s.
What do you think we did in the Army?
Yeah.
You mean PT tests I took still drunk?
That's why I said, I just, I proved them all wrong that you needed to go to rehab.
Yeah,
I just looked in the mirror and said, dude, you ain't gonna make it to 30.
Nah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's how I ended up with those stomach ulcers, because I got off all the fucking painkiller drugs and carried a bottle of aspirin with me.
Not
Duh.
good. Not
And
good.
went like this, like it was candy
Gee,
all
yeah.
day long.
Burn a hole in your fucking.
Yeah, that caused stomach ulcers. So now I take 2 Tylenol, 2 500 milligram acetaminophen in the morning when I get up so I can move, and 2 in the evening when I get in so I can try and sleep.
I'm like the Tin Man in the morning when I got like.
So
By the time I get to the kitchen, I can finally start moving shit.
about 2,000 milligrams a day of acetaminophen is what keeps me rolling. Because this fucking body is shot.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can make it. I'm gonna be 50 in August, and the plan is hopefully have everything paid off, other than maybe the house. But all vehicles and all company equipment and all that shit. No more fucking. Me and the wife had this discussion last weekend over some beers. No more fucking loans. We're done. We're both 50 fucking years old.
He might not
No
remember
more-
it then if it was over beers.
It was only like 2 or 3 ends, so I can remember down that one. But no more fucking loans, no more fucking vehicle loans, none of that shit. I got 10 more years of fucking hopefully pounding nails, and then I still got my CDL. I'll go fucking plow snow for a town or some shit.
And I actually did cut down on this stuff when I quit smoking cigarettes and went to these.
these-
Because I used to pound down about
These are
2
worse-
packs of Marlboro
these are
Lights or
fucking-
Camel Lights a
These are
day.
worse for me because they taste good. That's why I don't get them off the internet. I have to force myself down. The only reason why the store carries them is because of me.
And I was a lot more fit back then because I was younger. In high school, I was big into football, so I, lifted weights, all that kind of shit.
Appreciate it, Lee. Posted the guys fucking posted up limes then. Come on.
And when you burn both ends of the candle for 20 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'd have to say you were doing it worse than me.
Oh, I
The
was.
Army
I was.
was bad, but
Well, see, that's the problem. That's why a lot of these kids today get hooked on prescription drugs. I mean, this was 1983 when I was in that accident.
Look how fucking easy it is.
I don't even remember the names of the shit back then, like Darvocet and I think, and I don't think Oxy was even around back then. I'm not sure.
What's the name of that family? The ones that came up with that fucking murdered
Yeah,
so many people.
I've watched a show on Netflix
documentary,
about it. Yeah, but it just, well, my father. I mean, before he died, he was hooked on Oxy for his neuropathy, and then New York State come up with that bullshit there, and they cut him off of his Oxy and put him on fucking morphine. Well, that was like eating lifesavers or something. I mean, it didn't fucking do squat
Yeah.
for him.
It was like my dad. The painkillers he has to have would put down a fucking horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it must be something in the genes or whatever, because like when my back starts bothering, I got some shit from the VA. It's like 600 milligrams a rip, and I'll take 2 of those fuckers, and it barely takes the edge off.
See, I don't do anything anymore other than acetaminophen.
I try not to do anything.
I'd like to look more into the whole stem cell thing and see if that.
It's one, it's expensive, and
Yes.
2, you gotta be able to go down to Mexico.
Because eventually, well, they do it here in the United States now too, but eventually,
Well, where the hell
as
do
I
they do
keep
that?
aging, it's gonna keep getting worse.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I literally used to have days when we get up to do chores, Barb would put my socks on. No, I wasn't doing the bar every night then, once her and I were together. Because I had other reasons to go to the bar too, back before then. She'll tell you that, so. Some of the pieces of work that you were with before you and I got
You
together.
had Darvocet, Percocet. I think Vicodin was there.
That might be,
My mother was a nurse, so I got to read her pill books and learn about that stuff. None of that shit's good for you. in the long
and let me tell you, when you're mixing it with alcohol the way I used to drink, oof. The 2 beers and the 1 vodka I had tonight, fuck, that was an appetizer. For back
in the
then.
day, yeah. Shit, I
My
mean,
daughter,
back in my 20s.
as she was
fuck.
growing up, when we used to have New Year's Eve parties and shit like that, she was like, Dad, I never knew you could drink so much. You just drank a 12-pack, and you're like standing here perfectly fine.
You know, my
Barb would say, he had a lot of practice when he was younger, honey.
So remember when we used to do the poker runs for brother?
Yeah.
We had the fireworks and shit. So Mom and Dad brought the camper one year because Dad was fixing the tire one. It was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we're still drinking beers. Dad's out here, and Tammy goes to Dad, "Wow, I can't believe you're still out here." And he goes there, he's like, "You think you're the one that invented partying, little girl?"
Yeah.
This is a guy that at the time was probably in his mid-60s.
I literally had a couple times, you can ask my brother, because you can't ask my father anymore, because he's not here, where my father called my brother. Your brother ain't home yet.
Where's Andrew?
Can you come down and start chores? This is after I had bought him out, so he was never going to milk a cow again.
Nope.
Your brother ain't home yet. Can you come down and start chores? I'd fucking roll in, change my clothes, go run into the barn. Hey, thanks, Doug. He goes, yeah, you look like shit. Yep, feel like it too.
Feel like I do. I'm here. I'm here.
Where were you? Not exactly sure, but
Don't know. Don't even know how I got here, but that's fine.
had the one night when I was still living in this house before I moved back across the road, when 22, whatever I was when I moved over there. I remember coming in from chores. I did morning chores, hungover as a fucker. Went upstairs and laid down for a while. My mother come up, woke me up, and says, "Why is John Lamphere here?" Who was one of our sheriff deputies then.
Uh-oh.
He was off duty, but he was on duty the night before when he stopped me in Meridian, because I couldn't find my way home from Meridian, a mile and a half away. And we all know what was in Meridian. A bar.
A bar.
And he had me park, that was when I had the Nova. He had me park my Nova in front of the fucking post office across the road. He took my keys,
Did he give you a ride home at least?
yes, drove me home in the cop car, sheriff's car, unlocked the back door.
This was back in the day when cops were cops.
Yes, unlocked the back door, threw me in on the floor. Came back the next day off duty, because I think that was back when they had the substation over here, so
Yeah.
they would switch at 2 in the morning or whatever. And my mother, when she woke me up and asked me that, she goes, "By the way, where's your car?" I said, "I think that's why John's here." "Well, what do you mean?" I go, "Don't worry about
Don't
it."
worry about it, Mom.
I
it's
go,
fine.
"I gotta go for a ride." I got in the car with him, and he took me to where my car was, and I brought
Appreciate
it
you,
home.
bud. See, that was back when they would look out for you.
Yeah.
Now it's just an easy ticket and money and whatever. You know, maybe there
Took
might
me
be,
the mile and a half down the road
you know,
that I
a whole
couldn't
mile
figure
and a
my
half.
way home.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
I look back and wonder why the fuck I'm here or how I'm here, to be honest.
Yeah. I did all that dumb shit when I was in my early 20s. Korea was, we would get blasted, blackout drive. I call it blackout drive, where you're walking, talking, but you don't remember a damn thing.
See if this light lights it up a little. I don't feel like turning the big
Hey,
lights on.
there we go.
Heaters will be
Bring
on.
all the Moscatos in here. We're almost
So now
there.
you know why I am the way I am
We're
today,
almost
'cause
there.
I wasn't a whole lot different 35, 40 years ago. So just younger and could handle it a little more then.
Tom Anderson, our neighbor was so drunk he couldn't walk 30 feet from his garage to his house and ended up passing out in the road ditch.
My 40th birthday party,
Should have had his 81. He's 81 years old.
we had Barb threw me a 40th birthday party here in the shop. We had cows. Was Chelsea born? Yes, she was. She was like 2 or 3 or whatever. So she was, yes, she was. Yes, she was, because I remember her running around in here as a little kid. There was a fucking ton of people here.
I didn't get invited.
You weren't even around this area back then.
No.
And
We were still in Martville.
we had, oh my God, the amount of fucking beer and hard liquor we had here.
You're 50.
That was 18 years ago, so you weren't anywhere near up the road, that's for sure.
I was still in the Army. I think I was active Army.
And Barb did chores the next morning, because she knew there was no fucking way this guy was gonna function to do chores. And I don't remember when people finally left. 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe?
What are we gonna do when you turn 60?
Holy fuck,
Let's
not
get fucking
that.
hammered.
Not,
Yeah.
not that.
Woo! Let's
And
go.
I was like, holy fuck. That might have been one of the last times that I ever got that fucking bad.
East Texas living's got a really good point. Thank God there were no cell phones back then. We got away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, the stuff that we did.
Joel Whitford, on the weekends I drove drunk more than I did sober.
Yeah. Remember when we used to fucking go from here or like Meridian to fucking the Winter Circle and shit? I wasn't with you the night you rolled your truck.
Winter Circle.
Well, you know where KFC and all that is right now?
Yeah.
There used to be a fucking bar there called the Winter Circle years
Nice.
ago. Yeah.
Let's go.
Holy fuck, I'm telling you. That's when I got my ticket for 105 and a 55 on 34 with my 80 Monte Carlo with the tinted windows.
Illegal tent.
And old Rob Gray says, or Ralph Gray says, roll the windows up. I rolled it up and I went like this because I knew he couldn't see me. I rolled it back down. He goes, that's illegal.
How do you know?
I go, you can't just write me for the 105 and a 55. You got to write me for the fucking tinted window too.
You gonna check my inspection sticker too, guy?
I went in front of the judge and he ripped that one up, threw it away. He goes, I got tinted windows on my truck. He says, I can't, give you a fine for that if I've got them on mine. And I was like, hey, I like this judge, cool. Then his next breath was, well, next week when I have you come back, bring your checkbook. He says, I don't believe in taking away people's licenses because, 105 and a 55 is a little higher than what they usually allow.
Yeah.
He goes, but you're going to pay for this one. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I am.
How bad you want that license?
I think that was like $500 and some for that one. Yeah.
Bless America.
But I also had, I don't know what it was. Technically lost my license in the first year that I had it
Good job.
because I had 12 points.
Joel says he does remember that.
Yeah, but Herbie Titus, the local farmer who was the local judge, wrote me a note, put it in an envelope, says put it in your glove box. If you ever get stopped again, hand it to the cop, but don't open it.
I wish I had one of those notes.
Until your 12 points goes away. I was a fucking idiot, I'll admit it. I was fucking,
Well, everyone was fucking.
I was indestructible.
I did all
mean,
my, I got to my
or at
first,
least I thought I was.
I got to my first duty station. I was 19 years old. I was there 3 months, trying to make friends with a brand new private guy, in the Army. And they had this shit in Korea called soju.
I could write a book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The soju looks like that water in that water bottle.
But it ain't water.
Smells like kerosene and it puts you in blackout drive quicker than you
Yeah.
can say bullshit. So my roommate convinces me we should go down to PX. We're going to get pool sticks so we can play pool in the day room. Well, they got pool sticks for $55 and they got pool sticks for $22. Well, what if we just take the stickers off
And switch them.
and switch them?
Yeah.
That's fine. Hammer drunk, barely on the edge of blackout drive, kind of knew what I was doing. I buy mine. Well, I'm going to get me this cool fancy case with it too because it's a fancy pool stick. I get mine. He watches me go through the cashier. He thinks he's good to go. So I'm sitting there in the arcade waiting for him to get his pool stick, and this dude in civilian clothes walks up and flips out his badge and says he's with CID, Criminal Investigation Division of the United States Army. And I get to go to a neat little cop shop at the end of the street. And then I get to explain to my brand new platoon sergeant because I'm the new 19-year-old private in the fucking unit.
Why you stole the pool stick?
Why the fuck I stole a pool stick, hammered drunk on fucking soju. And then I spent the next 30 days on fucking extra duty. So the duty day would finish at 4:30. We had final formation. You go to evening chow, and then you report to extra duty, and you get to sweep the motor pool, which is like half the size of your cornfield over here of concrete with a fucking broom that's 24 inches wide.
Remember the cases of OV splits, Joel?
Oh,
We never had a fucking bottle opener with us. We used to open them with our teeth. We'd park
who's a
in
fucking lighter guy.
we'd park in the fucking school parking lot over there by the ball fields with cases of OV splits in the back of the truck. Fucking drink them like you were drinking a Coke or something. And then get the bright idea, let's go to the winner's circle.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, let's drive 20 miles
Oh, yeah.
after drinking a couple cases of OV splits that we opened with
There
our
must be
teeth.
something in the genes of 20-something-year-olds, at least in that era,
Oh.
the Gen X era. Because the dumb shit we used to, like, the shit that I did in the Army doesn't sound any different from what you were doing back then.
It was just, and that was back when we had real winters too, and we'd go out on snowmobile. Oh, fuck, I remember
Hammered drunk.
Fin and Feather, I think it was called, a bar that was in the little mall in Baldwinsville there. It's not there now,
Yeah.
trust me. We'd ride sled to fucking Baldwinsville. It was like a bar slash, you could get like bar food and stuff there. Fuck me, we'd sit there and eat night after chores. Yeah, you wanna go? Yeah, let's go. We'd fucking retards. Go there, get something to eat and just sit there and fucking drink.
Drank the
And then
beer,
drive
yep,
home
yep,
in a
yep,
fucking
yep,
snowstorm,
yep,
20
yep,
miles an hour.
Yeah.
Trying to get on the fucking roads, because that was back before we had to use all the salt and fucking sand and brine and
say-
everything.
Joel
Get
said,
chased by a cop.
Joel says they say I had over 3 cases of OV splits in me that night I rolled my truck.
And there was probably 3 cases empty in the back of the
In the
truck.
back of the truck, they probably counted all the empties.
That's probably why Greg Famera doesn't have any teeth anymore, because he used to open them all the time with his teeth. Holy fuck. I remember John Lamphere, the one who brought me home that night, catching me or stopping me one day in Cato going, I know it was you. This was in the middle of winter. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, because you got the fucking mural painted on the back of your helmet. He says, you're the one that went through the 4 corners of fucking Cato through the red light at like 100 miles an hour in your snowmobile. I go, maybe, but
I don't
you
remember.
can't prove it. So
Oh, yeah.
he goes, well, I know it was you because I could see the mural. I'm like, I got to get a new helmet that
Yep.
doesn't have a mural on the back
Black.
of it. Just a plain black fucking helmet, I guess.
Lloyd says it wasn't just Gen X, Jimmy, it was the boomers too. Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad used to do
Well, I'm right there on the
I mean,
Gen X
I
boomer.
can still remember
Yeah.
some of the shit my parents were doing back
Depending
then.
on who you talk to when they do those ages, I'm a boomer, I'm not, you know, depending on what they use
God
for
there's
the
no
ages
videos
in the
of shit.
60s.
But the thing is like, some of the stupid shit we did, if there was video of it, we put it on
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
Instagram or YouTube, we would make mad
Yeah.
fucking loot. But on the other hand, luckily it wasn't recorded.
But, Joel, some of the sheriff's deputies, may he rest in peace, used to fucking ride snowmobile with us and party just as much as we did. We know that. I won't say his name because I don't want anybody to get upset.
The Dick Steele says racing sledge from Flo Joe's to the milk bag for 50-cent drafts.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like
I mean, it used to be
I would have
fucking,
participated
it
in
was,
that.
yeah, but sometimes it was fucking literally bumper cars. You're going down these trails and you gotta go around a fucking sharp curve. You're still doing 70. You lock it on, slide it sideways. The next guy bounces off the inside of you to get ahead of you.
It sounds about
The
right.
next morning we wake up and go look at our sleds and go, what the fuck happened? I mean, it's like, Jesus.
We were racing for 50-cent
Yeah.
drafts. I mean, that's a big fucking deal.
Chelsea will ask me now and then, Dad, how are you still alive? I don't know,
Yes.
the grace of God, I guess,
Yeah.
because,
Oh, yeah. I look back. Well, I did all my dumb shit, most of my dumb shit when I was active Army.
I
And
still-
how I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
More trouble.
I still drink, but I don't drink near as much. I'd rather go play golf. Sunday at the golf tournament, we got a good team. I think we won last year. I won't drink a lot. At the end, I might have a few beers
See, that's
when
why
we're
I
having
can't
our
go
steak
golfing.
dinner. But
why I
I
can't
want to
go-
win the tournament and
That's
put
why I
golf
can't go
good, so.
golfing with you.
Oh, if I'm recreational golfing, that's a different story. You go golfing with Joel, he'll end up with less clubs than he started with sometimes.
That sounds like my kind.
Remember that at fucking Battle Island, I think it was, Joel? Joel was having a
Oh,
little,
fuck. Carl's bringing up some shit.
Joel was having a little trouble with his driver one day, so he decided to wrap it around a fucking, or no, first I think you hit one of the tee markers, shattered that, and then you wrapped it around a tree or something.
So after 9/11,
This is going later than what we had planned, just because of all this
drunk
bullshit
story.
now.
So Carl brings up memories. So we got deployed for Homeland Security after 9/11. We had to go down to Picatinny Arsenal, New Jersey. No one's heard of it, but they supplied George Washington.
But it's there.
But it's there. They supplied George Washington with his cannonballs and gunpowder. That fucking place is old as dirt. So we were working with the cops. They had an 18-hole golf course on post that they
Nice.
opened up for civilians. That's where we ate, was the clubhouse. We had breakfast,
Oh, okay.
lunch, and dinner at the clubhouse. The clubhouse also served beers.
Oh, that was bad.
We worked with the cops.
Yeah.
So he didn't specifically put in it, but one of my guys, because I was in charge of a squad, we were on night shift, and I had a bunch of retards. I was a retard too, but these guys are really retarded. So they steal a pitcher of beer from the clubhouse, and the barracks was like up the hill. It'd be like going from my house to mom and dad's house, barely. But the hill was like super steep. It was
Still
like
600 people
like,
listening to this
It was
bullshit.
it was like mom and dad's driveway. Super
That
steep.
motherfucker's steep.
It's steep, and it's only like 20 miles an hour on post. He's in a little shitbox fucking Ford Escape or whatever the fuck it was, or some little fucking. And I called him the Crimson Chin. He was my guy. He was 6'2" and had this fucking chin that was like 4 inches wide. He's the one that stole the pitcher of beer, not driving, luckily. Dude, that was driving, probably most likely drunk. Windows up. Donnie, which was one of the old school DOD police officers on post, he was a real cop back in the day, lights him up for speeding. The Crimson Chin, thinking, oh fuck, I have a pitcher of beer, throws it out the window.
Yeah, and it's shut.
The window shot.
Yeah.
Fucking beer on the inside of the car. Fuck! Rolls the window down, throws the empty pitcher out the window. They make it up to the barracks. They pull in the backside. Donnie pulls in. He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? He's like, first off, park the fucking car. Second off, you're going to walk your ass down the fucking hill and pick up that goddamn picture. And I won't fucking see you guys again tonight. That was the only place we were allowed to get away with murder.
Yeah.
That was the only time that like shit would fucking, like the old school way of shit.
Speaking of pictures, my daughter, Chelsea, when she was younger, wondered why in my parents' bar in the basement, because it's a live-in basement there,
Your parents have a bar?
there was like a half a dozen plastic beer pitchers down there.
Gee, you wonder where those came from.
Well, we just would open the fucking window up at the milk bag and take
Start passing them out.
pictures out the window and take them with us. I mean, I got fucking glasses and pictures and
The good old days.
a lot of free cigarettes. The one night that the fucking Jay, if you're watching,
I jumped in.
decided we had a little incident. We'll just leave it at this. We had a little incident where the cigarette machine, which you younger people won't even fucking know what I'm talking about, because yes, they used to have cigarette machines in
Yeah,
bars. It was
yeah.
back when you could buy a pack at a store for
like
$1,
$1 or something,
and they were like $1.50 in the
My
fucking.
mother sent me in the.
They had the little pull-out knob, kind of like,
Shung, shung.
and the cigarette pack would fall down and whatnot, but somehow the cigarette pack got in front of the bathroom door while somebody was in the bathroom, and then the bathroom door got powered open, and the cigarette machine got powered down, and cigarettes all
Free
over.
cigarettes for everyone.
Yeah, and somehow I was supposed to pay for a cigarette machine. Oh, Joel, while you're here, how about the door I had to pay for at Flugelbinders? Yeah, it used to be Riverview. You probably remember that.
Dick Steele says 18 holes, 18 beers.
Yeah, we had a hay ride. We used to have hay rides till they got a little. My sister's a lawyer, so she told me that we probably ought to.
Probably convenient.
She told me we probably ought to stop doing those hay rides because people were throwing fucking hay bales off the wagon on the roads, cars following us. everybody was fucking drunk because we'd have like 2 kegs
Oh,
on each wagon.
son of a bitch.
And we go to fucking Weed Sport to the bar right there at the river, and somebody decided I don't know what, they said something wrong to me that night. And you think I'm a little short fused now? I got a long fuse now compared to years ago. And
Fuck you were talking
and
about.
my cousin Joel is a big boy.
Joel.
And he's small now compared to what he used to be. And I'm not just talking, he ain't fat, let's put it this way.
Cornbread, fed
Joel's a
country
big boy, okay? There was one person in our family we never fucked with, it was Joel. And this person was standing behind Joel. And I don't know if you remember this, Joel, but I remember looking at Joel going, dude, you're my cousin, I love you, but I'm either going through you, around you, or over you, because I'm fucking he's mine.
Yeah, I'm fucking that dude.
Joel turned around and looked at him and says, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go out that back door. And then I'm stepping aside and letting my cousin go. And that's exactly what Joel did. He gave him 10 seconds to get out that fucking back door, and then he stepped aside. And as I was going out the front door, I may have punched it, and it may have shattered. And it was funny because the bouncer told Joel, go get your cousin. And Joel was like, you go fucking get him. You're the bouncer. And the guy comes out of the parking lot. He's like, sir,
Sir?
Can you come back in? You broke the door.
So according to Carl, I don't even remember this story, but according to Carl, I guess we were drinking with all the cops one night, and then we all convoyed up to the barracks, hammered drunk. We were driving back. We'd all been drinking pitchers, and the captain was leading the convoy. And we just asked, should we really be driving? We've all been drinking. Well, the captain's leading, so who's going to arrest us?
Really.
No one.
Exactly.
It's fucking great. The captain goes, I have a badge, don't worry about it. Oh, the good
Yeah,
old days.
we had to stop our hay rides. They got out of control.
Yeah.
And the best part was I was on like 2 or 3 bowling leagues in Weed Sport. So I was there 2 or 3 nights a week. We'd close that place and then go to the bar. And the owner there, Mike, he was a cool dude. He goes, I got to ban you for a while or else it just wouldn't look right. And it was right before, it was in the fall. It was like after harvest. It was like November.
It wouldn't look right.
He goes, I told him, I go, well, we got like 2 weeks off at Christmas and New Year's and we don't bowl. He goes, I'm banning you for those 2 weeks, he says, because I know you guys won't be stopping anyhow because you won't be bowling. Oh, fuck, we were his best customers. I was most any bar's best customer back then.
You have that. The funny, well,
Now I know why I was fucking broke in my 20s, to be honest.
right? It's probably
Yeah.
fucking booze and
But
drugs,
I had a lot of fun.
right? The Army ball. We were there for the Army's birthday. And I worked the night shift, so I went midnight to fucking noon on the road. So I had to like patrol the whole post, which was like 2.5 miles by like 3. It was the tiny little fucking triangle. So I'm down there after work. Ari was up from midnight to fucking noon.
Excuse me.
600
I want to see if Joel's saying anything,
Oh, Joe's in there yapping.
if he remembers any of this.
So there's a little creek.
I remember it well.
There's a little creek that ran down to the middle. Now, this is on the military's top 5 most polluted pieces of U.S. government property in the continental United States. When it rained hard, that little creek looked like a fucking oil slick.
Oh, nice.
Like they had buried barrels of fucking Agent Orange up in the containment area and nuclear weapons up there, all sorts of crazy shit we had to check on. So I'm fucking hammered drunk, and there was a little fucking bridge that went across. We called it Doo-Doo Creek because, it was full of shit.
Tom Anderson says to Lee Harris, this is better entertainment than any TV show.
You all live the same shit. Don't even try.
Spewing our younger years.
So this is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm fucking blasted. I think it's a good idea for me and a couple of my buddies to go across the golf cart bridge and jump into fucking Doo-Doo Creek. The bottoms of my
Nice,
feet burned
Doo-Doo
for
Creek.
like 2 weeks after that. I had to throw my boots in the back of my fucking truck. I still drove up to the fucking barracks. And I was still on time for duty the next fucking night. I don't want to hear shit. The dumb shit we used to do.
Joel, we are really lucky to be alive today. Yes, we are. I'll never forget that, though, that night at Flugelbinders.
Flugel.
I was pretty well.
Flugel, what?
That's what after the guy who bought it when it was the Riverview changed the name to Flugelbinders, because isn't that the name that was in the the movie with Tom Cruise and what's her name there? What was the name of that movie? Cocktail.
Oh, okay.
And I think the bar and cocktail was Flugelbinders, so this genius decided to call his bar Flugelbinders. I didn't give a fuck.
Where was this at?
Right there at the river, where the bridge that they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, that used to be one of the most hopping fucking bars that,
On the
because if we could get out of the fucking parking lot and across that bridge,
You're golden.
you were golden from the Weedsport cops.
Right.
They would just have to call the Q County sheriffs
Right.
that were waiting here,
That
but they knew it was us, so they didn't give a fuck. So,
it's just a Denison crew. That's
so
fine.
we were good. So if you could get away from the Weedsport cops or any of them from Auburn that were coming out, we were good. Troopers, that was a different story. You were fucked if you got by a trooper. But
Our kids don't know what it's like. They just don't get it.
I'll never forget that night though. That was just because I remember looking at Joel going, dude, I love you. You're my cousin, but I'm going over you, through you, around you. I probably wasn't getting through him, but I probably could have got around him.
Somebody's getting her ass kicked.
And he fucking told him, he goes, there's the back door. You got 10 seconds.
You better go.
It was either 5 or 10 seconds, and he was gone.
I was never big enough to really.
And I thought, well, he's going out the back door, but he's got to come around to go to the parking lot where the vehicles are, so I'm going out the front door.
Cutting them
And
off.
I was either just plain pissed off or somebody pissed me off going out the front door, and I fucking shattered the thing. I had my 300 bowling ring on. That was the worst part. So when I punched the door, the fucking ring completely shattered the door.
Gotta ban you.
Yeah.
Gonna have to ban you.
Gotta ban you. So I'm gonna ban you the 2 weeks that you guys aren't bowling, because you're my best fucking customers. You know. Oh God.
Yep.
We were there all the time. Fuck, I had to go down to like 1 or 2 nights a week bowling just because I needed to not drink so much.
It does. It gets more painful after the age of 40. I've noticed.
Yes, we did get away with too much shit, Joel. It's amazing. The younger generation today, the shit that they do
Nothing.
is nothing compared to what we did, and they could never.
You got away with more shit than I did.
Yeah, they could never get away with the shit
It's like
that
every 10 years it got worse and like more strict and more
we
strict.
did. Yes, it was just.
Because the stories my dad tells me about his child.
But like I said, without using names, Joel knows. I mean, we used to ride snowmobile with some of the deputies and stuff like that. I mean, it was.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Now you get your ass home.
It ain't like they didn't party just as hard as we did.
Mm-hmm.
I remember sitting at the gas
They just had
station in
Like Carl
Weedsport.
says, I got a badge. What are you worried about?
Yeah, sitting there at the gas station in Weedsport. And Stevie pulls up, I'm parked this way, Joel, and Stevie pulls up this way and bullshitted for 10, 15 minutes. And he goes, hey, by the way, get your fucking registration sticker on. I go, what? I look and it's 6 months out. I go, well, fuck. I said, I don't know where it is. I said, I guess I'll wait another 6 months. They'll send me another one like they do every year or whatever, right? I knew I was good with them. If I got stopped by a trooper, I was probably fucked, but
Oh, yeah.
so.
What's long and purple and hangs in front of an asshole? State trooper tie.
Oh.
It's a dad joke. He sat in front of a state trooper and a Q County sheriff at a fire scene one time. Sheriff thought it was funny.
Carl says he got a medal that night, and Crichton passed out, standing up and face planted through the table. and I lost a medal.
Great. This dude was fucking huge. There was no way.
You're right, Betty. The younger generation only does shit for social media.
There was no way this dude ever passed the PT test the whole time we were in the Army. This guy was huge, son of a bitch. But we called him the bear, but he was so fucking calm and quiet, never mean to no one, whatever. And wasn't a big drinker, but when he did drink, it was probably, yeah.
Skaters are coming.
They're coming in hot.
Ow, you fucker, right on the ear. All right.
That's it.
We've been longer than normal. So let me look at the calendar. Not that you
Friday?
fuckers should know, it's the last fucking Friday.
Last Friday of July.
25th.
25 July.
25 July. I'm done getting eaten by mosquitoes.
They must been that chicken wing pizza.
So we will see you. Ah, motherfucker, look at that. Got him. Got him.
Dead
you
motherfucker.
All right, we will see you July 25th.
Later.